And greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm in the courier's shop, and Russell and I are. And Russell was just taking a look. I'm going to change my view for a minute. I am Monster to Mermaid, and this is Minecraft with Minecolonies mod. And I'm looking, this is a level 4 of the underwater base courier shop, which means that we have 4 couriers. We just got 2 of the young people. Ah, excellent. Excellent. Oi. To the bem, Mr. Villager. To the bem. How are you? And it's nice to see you. I'm so glad to see you. I missed you. This has been a really strange week. And Monday and Tuesday were very busy with Earth things, things to do on Earth. And so I'm actually really happy to be here today. I was supposed to do something today, but it was postponed till tomorrow. So sadly, tomorrow, more than likely, I will not get a chance to stream. But I am here today. Yay! Oh, good. Excellent. 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 So here we are. And I'm going to check on the people that we have building and see if, oh, wow, look at this. Look at what's happening here. This is the university. Remember the university being all stone? Look what's happened. This is Max working on the university. Oh, and look at even the museum has started to be finished. And look at that. Look at this window. Wow, you finally have something, finally something to improve your, and there it is again, where there's that big fat heart sitting over the chat box. And I can't see what you're saying. Your day? Aww. Thank you. Afgaristo. Afgaristo. But look at this. Look at the change in the desk. Look at the walls. And upstairs, I know we showed Mixasa this the last time because he was asking how the work was going. But this is becoming so nice. And is the design of Matlam and Mixasa for Minecolonies. They did the underwater base design, and I just want to say that once again. When Max is done with the level 4, which I still see some construction tape somewhere. Did I see construction, or is he actually done? Well, that would be interesting. Then we're going to have him start the level 5 right away. I would like to have this done so that we can have the telescope on top. Oh no! Oh, that means you lost someone, didn't you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, yeah. Unless you're going to just keep track of their names and then, put them in later or something like that. But I know what you mean. That's sad. And here's a post office here, which is good. I can use this post office also. During this timeout, you made some stuff too? Oh, good, good. Which graveyard are you going to do? Are you going to do the underwater base graveyard, or are you going to do a different graveyard? Let's go look for Max and see if he's still working on this. We could, and then we'll have him bring up the library after that. But let's see. We're coming down here. I think it's daytime. It might be night. Nope, it's night. It's night. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Ooh. Can I make it back in time? Let me see if I can run back to the guard tower, Kimberly's guard tower, and make it there and go to sleep before 5:30. And that will bring on the day. That'll bring on the next day, and hopefully it'll be nice and sunny because I did that. Yay! Wow, look at that, 5:25. So all I got was a little nap before it's time to wake up. So yeah, you left the old facility during the immigration, and one of the other villagers was caught by a drowned. Oh my. Yeah, that's sad. That definitely is sad. That is not. Oh, I know how I would feel. Second, his boatmate, he tried to hold his hand, but the drowned had a trident and then used this to hurt the villager.
I can help you with that.
And before you could get him to let go
What
of his
is it?
hand. Oh, wow. Wow, look, everybody's going to work for right now. Let's come here for a second. Let's come down the hall. Oh, that's sad. That's definitely sad. Let's skip a bit of the sad chats, okay? All right, but yeah, I know. But oh, I know how you feel. I mean, it's terrible when you lose someone. It really is. So he's still working on it, and he is almost done. He has everything that he needs. We'll see if he wants something. You found a new land. Excellent. Are you in Oh the Biomes You Go, or are you just in vanilla for your lands? I'm curious. What land did you find? Did you find cherries or something? Look, the scientists, they're coming to check on Freya. They want to ask her some questions. Look at that. Those are the international scientists who are doing experiments, and they were coming to get something from Freya. Interesting, who is our alchemist, and now they're going back to probably to their facility, unless they're going to get something else. Let's see, they're in here, and Yusuf is going, excuse me. Yusuf is one of the professors. The new land is amazing. A river with a forest on the other side, and we are at the side with the plains and that has an amazing hill. Looks a bit more happened since the last stream. No, I haven't done anything. Believe it or not, I haven't done anything. I think that what happened? There was a miss somewhere, and the kids grew up, remember? And Poppy became a member of their team, even though she was born here. Actually, she wasn't born here. She arrived. I think she arrived as an orphan. She did. She's a Gamershal. And she was assigned after she finished university, and as a part of her university studies, she was assigned to work with the international team. So the international team is taking her around with them when they do their work. And then the other kid was assigned to Brett, who is doing submarine tech. And so, salut, Mixasa, salut. And Chase, he was assigned to Brett, and so they are the submarine techs, and they actually run the submarine and are in charge with taking care of it. And right now, I think they're probably either doing some other studies, because Brett still has university studies of his own, just like Poppy, but they're interns. They're actually studying there. And since you settled a small camp on the side of the river, you have a question. What are we going to do? Yes. What are you going to do? What type of place are you going to have and everything? I was explaining earlier, Mixasa, that these last 2 days I had a lot of earthwork to do, and so I didn't get a chance to stream. And Mr. Villager was thinking that there was some other things, but Mr. Villager is forgetting that he had to go away during the last 2 streams, that he had to go away and either eat dinner or do something, and so he missed a part where we actually assigned the children to the facility. And that is what happened. But since the last time I showed you the place, Mixasa, Max has finished this area here, and the walls are completely finished in this area of the university, and then almost finished in the Museum of Natural History. He's still working on that. And there, speaking of Brett and Chase, there they are. And see, they don't have on their swimsuits. Their swimsuits. So I think that means that they were in the library doing some research. And we just saw Russell go by. Russell's one of the guardians. We still need another guardian. While Kimberly is okay here, Kimberly really liked having one of the Covenstead Covenstead stations, guard stations. So we did put someone here. One of the kids, Aiden, is following his grandfather. And you know something? I think I'm going to move Aiden. So let's come here. Let's look at the druids. And let's have him leave here. I'm going to assign Aiden to his grandfather's old place, which was this one. Not his first place, because his first place was in the town hall, because his grandfather is first druid. But he can come here, and we're going to change this and have Kimberly, who's an archer. We're going to have her go back to one of the Covensteads, and we're going to have Aiden be here and follow in his grandfather's footsteps. So which architecture should you use for your new start? What sounds better, Shire or Colonial? It depends. Why do you have to choose only one?
Work.
What town hall do you like the best? You know, and maybe, or what builder do you want to do? Do something wild and crazy, Mr. Villager, and have something different, something you've never done before. Have a completely different builder than the type of buildings you're going to do. Or have something that you enjoy. Seems interesting. It is interesting, actually. And let's do something, since Mr. Villager is thinking about that, and since Mixasa said that the new colonial is interesting, let's come up here. Let's look at it for a minute so people know what we're talking about. I'm going to all the way up to our favorite place to look at designs, to look at templates, to look at blueprints. We're coming all the way up in the sky to right here. And let's tag here. Let's get out our build tool, and let's go to Colonial for a minute. We're switching. Colonial is a new pack that the Minecolonies team had been working on, and I think they thought they were doing I don't remember. I'm not going to say. I thought that they were doing a new Minecolonies original, but I think that they decided to make it a separate set. The original was explained that it has to be there because so many things depend on it. So the original is still there the way it was. Let's look at a builder's hut, level 5 for colonial. And there it is. This is a level 5 builder. And this is similar in some respects to the other medievals. There used to be in the default, there used to be little tiny shops, and then they would have all the merchandise outside. I actually like this. This is the way the colonials have, that they have a crane to help them. And look at this. Look what's happened here. Nice. Look at that. They're using a crane to help lift things and move them and carry them. And that looks absolutely perfect. That is gorgeous. Let's look at the inside for a minute. This is the level 5 of this building. And so, yeah, I remember when they were working on this. I remember watching the Minecolonies team on Twitch during the time that they were working on designs, and I remember them working on this building. So let's look at the levels below that for a minute. So this is the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, and the 1. So this is what it's going to look like when you first start out. It's going to just be a concrete structure, concrete and oak, and they have some supplies because you're just starting out. It's actually quite a nice quite a nice style to begin, especially along a river. Could you imagine this on the riverside? It looks like a kind of building you would have up against a hill on a riverside. But that is my suggestion to you, since you brought up colonial. And you were saying which other style? Colonial or which one? I'm going back in chat to see for a second if I can find, oh, Shire. And the Shire building, let's switch packs for a second and look at John's John and the team came in after someone else had started it, and I think their name is Pig something. There it is, Daddy Pig, John Ryer, and then the others, the team, the Minecolonies team, came in and finished it. But let's look at this. Let's go to the builder and the Shire builder's hut, level 5. So the Shire stuff is all in the ground, and this is the builder's shop here. And let's go in. This is level 5 of the shop. So when you go inside, it looks like this, and you have this main floor, and look at that, there's a window there. Cool. I've never seen the window because I've always put this in the ground, and so the window was covered up. But look at this. So you notice that there was a whole lot of ground, because this actually shows that most of everything is underground. And in the Shire shop, they have this little area here, and this is really nice. Or maybe you're going to remove it, who knows. Well, you know, a bunch of really skilled people, like Lady Shatana is doing, she's also doing videos on YouTube. Lady Shatana, who does the cavern style, she has her own videos, and she has said to put down the hut block for the town hall so that you get the people, but then move it to where you want it to be later. And that's a good idea too. I've never done that, but that is an interesting idea. So this is a level 1 of that town hall, and even the level, yeah, look at this. I mean, of the builder. And look how tiny this is. So this is really a good start, a small start if you want. And nothing gets done in the beginning. And you can already imagine the town hall on the top of the hill. Yeah, so that is a good idea. Town halls look wonderful on hilltops. They definitely do. So anyway, it is nighttime now. Let's click this off. And it is 23, so it's almost midnight. And we're going to go back down into the city. And I'm going to look at some other, oh, look what he's doing. He's still working on it. Look at this. There's the surround. There's the part that's going to hold the telescope is going in. Wow. Look at this. So a portion of the telescope is being constructed. Wow. And look what it looks like. What is this? Is this closet? Yes. Nice. Mixasa, how nice. I love that. And then there's lighting in here. And look how tall this is. Look at how big this is going to be. So this is going to be really quite a thing when it's done. Wow. And this down here is where the viewing is going to be. I think it's on this side where you'll be able to see what's inside, what the telescope sees of the sky. And there it is, the sky out there. And this is the thing that we had to make sure that there was a clear place for the telescope to look out, because originally the way we were placing the building, the telescope would have been looking this way and would have been obstructed by the mountains. So that's why we turned the entire building, university, around in order to accommodate the telescope. And so, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. You think some dyed terracotta on the wall could be better than the full wood? Yeah. Who's working on it? Max is working on it. You like the shapes, volumes of the Shire buildings, but you have the feeling the interior decoration is not so much Hobbit. That is interesting. Yeah, I think, and part of the reason for that, Mixasa, I believe, is because even though the Shire came out late, most of the interior work has been done since the Shire. So the Minecolonies team has been influenced by people who are doing more interiors, and the Shire interior is from the original, is from the time when there wasn't so much concern about doing interiors. It was much more about the exteriors. And so they made it look as much like Shire exterior. That is my story. I have no idea. So we know this is a level 4, and I could stop this from leaking for right now. I'm just going to put this here to stop it from leaking. It's just leaking because it's a lower level, and it still needs work, as we can see, but most everything is here. The archery center is pretty complete, and they're able to actually look at that. Mixasa, I didn't know that. Look at this. It lights up. That is so cool. I love it. I love it. That's amazing. And then this, of course, is one of the 2 treadmills that will be here. And then we have some punching bags. There'll be a couple more. And over here we have the weights machine. And there'll be some more weights added to this machine later. Right now we have 2 of the kids one of the kids, let me see who they are. I think this is Angel, who's the youngest, and then this is one, and I don't know who this is. Roxanne, there she is. He, and I keep thinking it's Roxanne, but it is Rohan. Rohan and Angel are our two athletics people. We will probably have a third. But we'll see. We'll see how many we need. 3 people would cover, 2 people working and one person having time off, or if someone gets sick or something like that. And for the size, I think that's good. Yeah, Max is doing a really good job on this. And when he gets done, then he's going to finish the library, which is only a level 3. This library is, and then then it will be brought up to the level 5 like the other 2, but he's not done yet. This is only the level. Is he working on the level 5? He might be. Nope, he's working on the level 4, so he still has a whole nother section to go. And there goes everybody going to work. We're going to see people coming in. There's Addison. Addison is researching. Kiyoshi is coming in. There goes one of our chefs. Where are you going? Oh, yes, that's Houston. Houston's going to this restaurant. Speaking of restaurants, I was going to go to his restaurant, but look at that.
I could help you with
Malaya
that.
just finished the smeltery, and the smeltery has been a level 3 all this time, and Malaya is actually bringing it up. Did I move Kimberly? Did I make Kimberly have a space? I did not. So we're going to do these 2 things first. Let's have Kimberly be reassigned to the other Covenstead. Now, I gave these Covensteads names. I have no idea what they are right at this second. But they do have names. They have, and I will have to check out what their names are. Wait, this is it. Is this it? I think this is. Yes, indeed. I remembered that I did that. So this is where Kimberly should be. Kimberly is an archer, and we're going to keep her an archer. She doesn't have the mana for a druid, but she's excellent archer, and so she is going to return to living and being assigned to Covenstead. This is the second Covenstead. The one that she was originally assigned to went to Russell. Russell has rank over her, and he wanted to be with his partner Malaya, and it's Malaya who just finished working on the smeltery. Malaya works right here. Let's come to her place. And so
Work.
since Malaya works here, Russell wanted, and there he is, look, he just came out of his apartment where Malaya is. And which one is it? Is it this one? Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Okay, good. So Malaya might be at the smeltery because she just got done. So let's go. So here it is. Uh-oh. Ooh, we made, oh, that's right. Well, it's no wonder people didn't get hurt. Holy good night. What do we want here? Do we want glass? It's a decent view. We could have viewing glass. Let's fix this very quickly. It's a good thing I came and checked. Let's put in the glass again, right here. What happened? This building comes out farther. I'm going to do this and this, and then in the middle we'll put in, where'd it go? Didn't I get a piece? I didn't get a piece of it. Glass. Let's put in the this viewing glass in the center. Let's do that. Okay, so now the water will subside. On the other side of this, it has, whoops, I don't want books. I want this right here. And on the other side underneath, yes, so we'll put these back in right here. So what's happening is this, this hallway is up against this building, the smeltery, and it's too close. It's one of those things that I did again where I made this too close. So it's actually within the build. And so when they're building, they remove all the stuff that's not supposed to be there. And that's why that was showing like that. I see. Is that kelp? No, that's grass down there. Why don't we put kelp down there for a minute and let it grow out? Because I think that would be kind of cool. So let's put kelp. We're not down far enough to reach it. And let's have that grow out. We'll have that grow out, and that'll be visible from that window there. Whoops. So now I'll go back inside and we'll look at the smeltery. Let's go back from here. We'll go to, yeah. This is what it looks like on the outside. So look at the plant using the magma to power it. I just love this. This was such an ingenious idea, Mixasa and Matlam. It really is. And it just adds to just the so cool. The way it is just so cool. So this is the outside of the smeltery that Malaya was working on, and it is now a level 4, and we're going over here. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. And we're going to come inside, and it's right here, and we're going to see the inside of the smeltery. So remember, this was all stone.
What is it?
In here, brick, and now it is finished off, and ooh, it is looking wonderful.
I can help you with that.
Look at this. Let's take this away and let's look. I see that right there. I see 2 of those. Do I want to do something about it, or do I want to just have her finish? Why don't I have her finish? Why don't I start doing that? Have each of them finish. Now look at this. That wall behind there. I can help you with that. I thought that wall went all the way across. We might take that wall away and give Vivian a view of the rest of the buildings underwater right there. And I think I might want to do that. I love the way this looks. Look at this. This is gorgeous. So let's do that. Let's, there's coal that she's working on, and Vivian is requesting
I can help you
some
with that.
ore. Let's skip and let's cancel so that she'll re-request that, so that that isn't a request that's being ignored. And then, wait, I was right there. Vivian, I think you are important, and we're going to have you be upgraded to the full 5. So the builder is going to be Malaya, and let's look what we need. I see some things that the mechanic Jamina is going to have to work on, and there is a magma block that needs to be brought in for her. We'll probably the couriers will ask the mermaid people to do that, to supply the magma from that source, and that will be. So there she goes. So see where this is, see how far this is coming over like this. So it's going to take away that window piece again at the very end, and we'll just have to deal with it. That's the least of our worries. So yeah, so that is what Malaya's working on. Let's see what Jania is working on. We can go down here to this builder. This, by the way, is a cavern builder, level 5. This is a cavern style builder, level 5, and the downstairs looks like this. And this is what we have. Jania is asking for
Good day
something.
to you.
We're going to do the thing again. I'm going to skip open requests and cancel her request so that she re-asks for it in this stream since I got on. Let's see what she needs. It says she's upgrading the apiary and she's not asking for it. There it is. Okay, so all she needs is tough. She needs 82, and that's the part that the hive is made out of. And we can follow her to the hive for a minute, to the apiary. She probably cut through Peyton's restaurant. Peyton, how are you? When Jania is done with the apiary, when it's a level 5, she's going to begin working on the restaurant and the bakery down here, because this is level 3s for this restaurant and for this bakery. And after they're brought up to the level 5, we're actually going to change them back to wood, because these are our ecology buildings and I just love the way they look in wood. So that's what we're going to do. But let's go to this place for a minute. We put in some signs so that people know that this is back here. What do you need? You need bottles.
I'm going to do my best work for you.
We'll find out. Let's see if we can get up. He just took off his hat. That means he's leaving. You're leaving, aren't you? You're going home?
I could help you with that.
Hat. Yep. And there he goes. That means it's nighttime. Sure enough, it's 6:46. So the bees have already gone to bed. One of these days I'm going to come in here when the bees are out. And I could ask him to make some bees. I could. Oh, I did. Okay, good. And he has honey collecting. He has everything he needs. So now it's just a thing. Wait, how an arcology fisher would work? That's a good question. That's a good question, Mr. Villager. Let's go see. I'm curious too. So these are people coming home from work, and the restaurant and the bakery are closed right now, and people are coming home. There goes one of the kids, and there is Paisley, one of our other guardians, and we're going to go up and we're going to look at an arcology fishery, because in all honesty, I have no idea. I don't think I've ever looked at one. I don't think I have. As many arcology things as we have, which is Blocky Universe, is the designer of the style arcology, and everyone went to bed. Let's come up here for a second. Let me get up here and we'll see. Maybe there is a tank inside the building. That would be curious. That would definitely be curious. And Mixasa is saying that because that's the way it is for the underwater base, that they have a tank inside. And let's look at switching packs. Let's look at arcology. And there it is. And select. And so just for a minute, I'll go to, whoops, I selected it and then I didn't select anything. I want to go here for a second and look at the restaurant. So a level 1 of the restaurant looks like this. See how the wood is? I really love that. And then as it gets upgraded, it goes all the way to this kind of stone. But I love the wood, and so when this is done, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to bring it back. But let's look at a fishery. I think they're under husbandry. And sure they are. And no, I forgot. I already know how it's done. So for you, Mr. Villager, this is actually a good fishery for you because this is, it is only next to water. So it's done like the other fishing houses that are meant to be set up near water. And this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it has to be, you have a river near you, so this would be hanging on the edge of the river. And that's what it would look like, hanging on the edge of the river. Whereas Mixasa was suggesting that maybe it was a tank because in the underwater base, it is, where ours is only a level 3 right now. And the underwater base, let's go to husbandry. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. So this is the level 3, which is Nadia's place. And this is what it looks like, the level 3. I don't think she has a level 3, but she has to. No, she doesn't. She only has a level 2. I think she only has a level 2 because I don't remember the colors. But anyway, 3, 4, and 5. So you see that even though it's underwater, it still has a tank. And it looks like that tank, let's come out. Yeah, that tank is a pressure tank. So the water, she's actually Nadia is actually fishing outside. But yeah, it's not a tank, it's just a hole in the ground where well, it looks like a tank from the inside. It's just a hole in the ground where they can swim, they can fish the ocean from underwater. So they're underwater, but then they can still fish like they're on the surface by having that. I'm thinking of Lady Shatana's underwater cavern style. And let's look here, because if I'm not mistaken, hers is meant to be underground, and it actually is. Let's see if I have it here. And default, I think I did the alternative one. Nope, I did default. And the fishery looks like this, level 5. So see, she has an actual tank because, so she's doing farm fishing because she's here. Now Lucia, on my Twitch stream, she has this, but we opened out this wall here because she's sitting on the coastline. So we opened the wall so that she could have her fishing boat and her dock outside of this. So yeah, so it looks like this. Yeah, Mixasa is saying it's a larger airlock, and that is correct. It is a larger airlock that is being used for the fishery in the underwater base style, and that's actually really cool. So there it is. So yes, so in response, Arcology is doing that thing where they are setting it by the water, which is what a lot of them do. A lot of the styles set the fishery near water so that they're fishing out of a stream or out of the ocean or out of a river or out of a lake. And so they're set up like that. What time is it? I just looked and then I turned away. 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's go into Paisley's guard tower, and we're going to take a nap for a minute, and then we're going to check on what it is that Jania needs for what she's working on. So it is morning now, and I'm waking up. This is a druid shop, actually. These are left over from the original design, but we don't actually have anyone who uses these swords. It's just a collection. It's a collection. It's somebody's collection of weapons. So caverns are always the most expensive ones you could have
I can help you
seen.
with that.
Yeah, they're kind of expensive, but I think when you get to a certain point, you've chosen one. Excellent, excellent. Okay, which one did you choose, might I ask? Or is it a surprise? You'll tell me later. So let's go back to Jania for a minute, because we were looking at what she was working on, and then I'll come. Wait, Max is no, this is Benedict. Benedict is working on something. Skip, and let's do. Oh, he is waiting for a lot. Okay, so let's come here. I'm going to cancel all of these so that he requests them in this stream, and that way we'll make sure. Who is this who's sick? Oh, I see. It's Bjorn. Bjorn, who is our new. There's something very curious going on with Bjorn. Whenever I've seen him, he's not in uniform. And I'm going to see, is he asking for uniform? He isn't. Isn't that interesting? But he absolutely is a druid, and that is curious. But right now he's a sick druid, and so we'll colonial. Excellent. Okay, cool. Colonial indeed. Did I look at the colonial? I did. Yes, colonial was neat. It was definitely neat. So let me see here. Let's go down to Jania once again. Down here. And yeah, she's a little distressed. And let's
Good day
have
to you.
her do the same thing. Didn't I cancel her? I might not have, but if she's waiting for tough and she's not getting it, we might not have any. Let me look and see what she's working on. The apiary, we don't have any tough. So Jania is going to have to wait until tough is ordered, or we do an import for it. Okay. This one always sounded one of the most fitting for your colony. That's good. Okay. All right. Cool. And we added some details here so that people can find the apiary. And when they get to this point, they can see the green straight ahead, so they know where they're going. When they come down the stairs, in the same way with the builder's shop and the school, they can see that there's a farm on this residential level. And so that's what we have so far. And let's go up for a second and see what and I'm going to look at something in a minute. I'm wondering if there's tough in the mine. I thought I saw some, because I maybe could go get it myself. Let's look here and let's see if there's tough. There is not. So unless there's some in the mine, we are going to have to wait for an import. So let's go look. The mine is right around the corner here. So let's go down the mining, down to the mine, Nyla's mine, and let's see what she is working on, and let's see what it looks like. So we're going to swim. We're going to come down in the center here and see where she's at. Okay. So she's here. I might be remembering it from the Twitch colony. The Twitch colony miners are farther along and they probably reached the area where tough can be. And so we can send the airship, a steampunk, to the Twitch colony, Emney Island, and they can get some tough from there. And we'll have it next time. We'll have it because it takes a while for import export to be worked out, but that's what we would be doing. Okay, so that is what Jania is waiting on. Let's go. Benedict just started working on something. I want to see. For example, you picked up the style original Minecolonies apiary and basically remodeled this for looks like a bit with colonial and mainly in the materials. Ah, okay. That sounds ingenious. That sounds like a good thing to do. So let's go up to Benedict for a minute. What would happen if a colonist leaves the border? They won't leave. They can't leave the border. If something's beyond the border, the builder won't build it. And if the guards come up to the border, they'll come up to the border, guardians, but they won't go over it. They won't follow the enemy, in other words, beyond the border, things like that. So a regular person won't leave. And this is something that Minecolonies team has explained would be really difficult, is one of the reasons why there isn't intercity, like two cities, intra-city, I think would be, not intra-city, where two cities, have people going back and forth. So that's something. If hope I discover who inspired you to do that. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure. Oh, look at this. Look, just in the time that we were checking on the other builders. Look, the building is complete and it's prepared for the telescope. So now the telescope pieces will have to come in. Look at this. Oh my gosh, Mixasa, this is so gorgeous. I love it. This is, so this is the building so far. And Max is still working on it. And we'll come down here. Somebody wants something. Where are they? What do they want?
Work.
It's Max. Max, what do you want?
I could help you with that.
Skip. Do you need something you don't have? Oh, he needs blue chairs. We're going to
do my best
cross that out and see if when he re-asks that he gets those, the blue chairs that he needs. And a hint, you consider as a friend since you started to watch. So it was either Mixasa or Zaf.
I can help you with that.
I can imagine Mixasa giving you that idea, and that's really cool. Neat. Okay, and so, see, he changed the picture again.
Work.
That's so funny that he changed it back to this picture. He's like, this is the picture I want. And it's like, no, we're not having that picture. And when I rearrange, this is just Chroma Hills. I can get Chroma Hills to put the, I'll rearrange these so that the two red ones are here.
Good day to you.
On the window, and the two green ones flank the windows. And I think that's the way I'd like to do it. So, wow, that is so cool. That is really getting done. So that's what Max is doing, but we were supposed to be checking Benedict. And so let's come, that's what happened. We noticed that there was a cover on the university, what would you call that? The university tower. Yes, let's call it a tower. And it has that cover now. Excuse me. Sorry about that. It has that cover now, which is really cool. And that's what interrupted us. But we're going up to Benedict for a minute and see. It's just so fun. There's just so much to see and so much going on all the time. And I'm not doing anything right at this moment, but there's so many things that could be done. Whoops. It's nighttime. And yes, he's the one that just started and he needs everything. Although, look, he's already been supplied with a lot of the materials that he needs. And so he needs a lot of yellow. And yellow requires what flowers? Dandelions, right? So we could ask downstairs at the post office for Damon to grow a huge amount of dandelions. Why don't we do that? Let's see what we asked for here before. Let's look. Sure enough, there's the campfires that we ordered. So let's go here and let's do dandelions. D-I, dandy, daffodils, D-A-N-D-E, dandelion. And I heard Vincentius Primus gave me this whole thing about how dandelion came to be the word in English. And it's really a neat story, but he would have to be awake to tell it. Right now, we're going to request 64 dandelions from Damon, and the delivery is of 50, 14, and oh, good. So we might actually have enough to make the yellow that's needed. And we'll see. So we're going to do this. We're going to do that. Let's take these back to here. You could remove the ones on the windows. Remove the yellow. Wait, I'll see what he's saying. Very close, but consider him as a nice friend too. Okay, cool. Mixasa, I could remove the ones on the windows. What's that? I missed something somewhere. Je ne comprends pas. Je ne comprends pas. I think that might be correct. I'm saying I don't understand. So let's see. And then I think it's to m'explique. To m'explique. The paintings. I could remove the yellow ones on the windows in the university. Nah, I've got two different types, so that'll be fine. What am I here for? Oh, I know what I'm here for, to drop off the the campfires. Nope, can't drop them off there. Let's come over here. Let's go here. Here's a good place. We'll drop them here. So we'll put the campfires there. Yeah, oh, look what I've got. Let's put that in there. And I need to sort the warehouse, is what I do. Second hint, have the similar skin like one of the facility researchers. Has the similar skin like one of the facility researchers. Interesting. I'm clueless. I know you're giving me the clues. Yeah, so Chroma Hills has different pictures than Vanilla, and those are the pictures. So when he's done with the level 4, actually, when he's done with the level 5, then we'll permanently change this picture right here, and we'll rearrange these so that the red ones, or either the red ones go on the outside and the green, but I think the red ones go on the inside and the green ones will go on the outside. But like McSassel was saying, I could remove the ones from the windows entirely, and I think I will because of what he's talking about. In Chroma Hills, see, it's on this black panel piece, so we could completely remove those when he's done. And we could, if we wanted to, just bring this portion down in a black piece there, for the fact that those are there. That might be interesting. Let's see what happens. Is of the same, oh, you mean gender, of the same gender as the facility researcher, as Kiyoshi, as the dean of the university? Oh, wait, okay. Aw, I'm concentrating so much on what I'm doing. I'm just being very, yes, I was distracted, and I appreciate the compliment. Obrigado, Mr. Villager. Thank you very much. Obrigado. And, yeah, thank you. So now we know what, wait, did we still not see what he's working on? Oh my gosh, how many times have I looked at it? So let's go back up to where he is for a minute, to Benedict. I'm almost positive that Benedict is working on the submarine, but let's look. Let's look and see if that is true. Let's see what he's working on. No! Ah, that would be Max working on it. Kiasu, Zaf, Kiasu. Welcome, welcome, welcome. He's working on the courier's hut. So that's it. There's Kimberly back to work. Now that she's moved, oops, I'm sorry, Everly. She's moved back to a Covenstead, and she's much happier now. Hello, Kiasu. And the other thing that I haven't gotten a chance to do a lot of, is language. I haven't been doing as much of my studies. So if it seems like it's really interesting. It's that thing that they talk about where you really have to use it like every day in order not to forget certain things. And I'm not using it as much as I should. I could do this thing where, and Zaf will tell you, because how long, Zaf, have I been learning Greek? Like what, a year? And I still don't know anything? But I can speak. I can understand some words, and I can actually understand some words, so that's good. Look at this. This is, yep, remember we asked her to grow some birch, and so she did. She's growing birch for us, for those pieces of flooring that one of the builders was asking for. Probably Malaya is going to need it too. So we're growing our own birch so we don't have to import it. And that's what Tinsley is doing. It's nighttime and everyone's asleep for another hour. A little less than an hour. I suppose I could go to Paisley's again and sleep, just so that the builders will be comfortable if I make it. It does help with the rain, so we'll do this. Let's come here, let's come here, let's come here. Did I make it? No, I didn't make it in time. Okay, so it might rain today. and we'll see what happens with that. But yes, so here we are. So what's he working on? He is working on the courier. So let's go down to the courier, but he just started working on it. He doesn't have enough materials, I think. And so, and Zaf, yes, I will one of these days bring Tana, bring the island of Emni over and show that again here. There's people going to work because that was fun to do. That's fun to do. And do the same with the Twitch stream and show the YouTube world to them. And what do you need?
What is it? What is it?
You need a furnace. Skip. Oh, that's right. She just started. So she needs a bunch of things. Now see the coral flower there? The mermaids are going to have to probably give her a coral flower, but right now the other materials that she needs, she's waiting for them to be brought to her. And I forgot, Mr. Villager, I wanted to show you something. The other day when I was working on this apartment, on this house, you were talking about this doorway. And I actually misunderstood you, but I think what you were saying was this, that I could make the door be a complete line of orange. So that's what we did. We made the door orange, and so it's a part of that line. And in here, where we have this part, we might be able to get it to not leak if we put in the panels. So let's try and see if the panels will keep it. This is a trap door. We'll use a trap door. It might need panels, but let's try the trap doors for a minute and see if they work. And in a lot of places, yeah, we'll see. It is not dripping. Yay! It's not dripping. So we now have the doorway look like this. And so since we have that, let's get this and let's take that away, put that one there, and then put this back. So that's the design for that doorway on both sides. And that was in keeping with, I think, something you were trying to point out at the time, and I like it. So that is how we did the entrance to this house, because Malaya doesn't live there anymore. And even though it's connected to her shop, this is actually Case and Vivian's house. And this was where we put in the new kitchen. We gave them a little fridge, a mini fridge, and it's a place for coffee. And then the rest of the kitchen is over on this side. And we gave them fish, and the fish are still alive. Well, that's interesting. One of the fish was still alive this morning. So that means that they need to be named. Don't they, Mixasa? You have to name the fish in order for them to stay there, I think. I think you do. Because there were 2 fish when I started the stream, and now there's only 1. Did that one eat the other one? I don't know. Do we have any tags? Let's go see if we have some name tags that we could use and see. I think you can name fish. Let's find out. Mixasa is working on his stuff. Their stuff, sorry. Their stuff. And let's come here and let's look. And I don't know why I do that. It's an odd thing where I get into I guess it's gender bias, you know, one of those things that you're so used to doing that. But there's no excuse for it, and I don't like it, and I apologize for my gender bias in there. So we're going to look at if, and I got distracted, we're going to look at something. This is why we're making birch, so that we have plenty of birch for the floors. There are a lot of floors that use this birch and use nether. And we have nether. Nether's been imported for us, so we do have nether, but we don't have that. And I would have to, let's see, if we look at nether for a minute. Nether. Do we have any left? We have some. We don't have a lot. Interesting. We might not have enough. You could rename them, or you could catch them with a bucket and release them, and they will not despawn in this case either. Or you could use his, her, about, me. Oh, and I could use he, his for you, Mixasa. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate that. And okay, so there we go. Zaf, what's the matter? What's the matter, Zaf? What are you huffing about? What are you huffing and puffing and blow the house down? Let's look here, and let's look at this for a second. Should I sort? Maybe I should sort. Let's sort. Let's sort. And that way the warehouse is sorted. And when it's sorted, let's come down here and let's see. And yes, see, it's sorted now. So all of these bows were the bows that the fisher, Nadia,
What is it?
she collected. And so that's why they're down here. They actually need repairing. And you see what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing any other bows. And I thought we had made some, but maybe not here. Maybe I'm thinking, or they were used by the archers. Ah, the archers have been using those. Maybe so. Maybe that's what happened. Zaf, I'm waiting. What's going on with you? Why are you huffing and puffing? What are you huffing about? And, okay, so let's, what do I want to do here? I could go back and work on that, but a part of me wants to get some tuff.
I can help you with
could
that.
go. You can? Who just said that? Hello? Was that a captain on one of the ships? That's probably was one of the captains on the steampunk ship said, I'll go get you some. Look at what this looks like now. Isn't that really cool? I love it. I love it. So that is the top. And I think there's still, let me see what's going to happen on this other side. I think there's still something that comes out from here, and we'll have that. We haven't finished this either. So we have this as well. And this is the enchanting tower. So from the ocean, we have a couple of things that are sticking out. We have the enchanting tower, we have the university tower, we have this guard tower, which is out. And then, didn't listen to your news for today? Ah, oh, yeah. I haven't been able to stream, and I won't be able to stream tomorrow. That is true. I think that, and then the fact that the crusher comes up to here is kind of it coming to the surface. We were thinking that we were going to do a surface graveyard, but I don't like them. If anything, I would do it in the stone. Because, and Mixasa understands this, I do not actually have room here. The Mer weren't interested in us having a lot of room. This was just a university experiment. So I don't have a lot of room for the magnitude of underwater sea temple. which is what the graveyard in Underwater Base is. And that is something that I don't have. I don't have, yeah, I don't have the room for. There's no way. I would have to, and they're not going to allow this. They placed us so close to the city that we can't do that. And if I look around the entire city area, see these towers right here on this coastline, we are right over here. So if I follow the border of this right now to see if there's any extra space, we have some space here. We don't have enough space here because of that building, this Tana building right here. I might need to do a torch to see. Yeah, let me see something for a minute. Let me do a lantern just for a minute. I'll put it down and then pick it up. So right here, let's put this here for a minute. Let's have a lantern in my hand. Okay, so there's one building right there. And then let's come around here. Actually, are they going to be, no, they're going to think it's like, wow, look at, we have this, one of those things that they use on the, can I justify that? It is enclosed. I don't think I can justify that. Let's use, we would either have to use a rod, and I don't think that you can put rods in water, or we just have to go ahead and use a lantern. L-A-N-T, let's come here, and let's use one of these for a moment. So what we were looking at was that there is this guard tower right here. How do we do this? This is actually not a guard tower. This is actually a house, somebody's house right here, which I'm putting this in the floor. If I can. That's interesting. What's going on? I'm not down far enough? Ah, that's what it was. I wasn't down far enough to put that in. Let's do... I want to have some fun. I want to have some fun for a minute. I know you can't see, so I'm going to put one right here. Let's see what happens if I put sand over it. I can't. But I could put something else over top of it. Let's see what we'd like. It would have to be like one of these covers. I don't think putting sponge over it, I think it's still, yeah, it still covers it. And yeah, so I don't think we want to do that. And look what I just did by doing that. I created a hole in the water and you can't see. So let's come back here because I created a hole in the water. So I need to remove that. And I think I'm going to have to get a bucket to fix it because I created a hole in the water. And so let's do that for a minute and let's make that go away. And let's put the water back in this section right here where I put the water away. Right there. And oops. Oh, I'm in trouble. I broke something in the house trying to do stuff. Ooh, they're going to be mad at me. So let's take this out. Let's fix the house back. It's like visiting someone and I broke something in their house. Let's get a blue fan. I think it was one of these. And let's put this here. I'm not going to do anything anymore. I'm going to be so in trouble. It's a good thing. Was it there or was it here? Let's put it there. Okay. All right. They're going to be mad at me. But I fixed it. And Mr. Villager and McSassa are saying it's a shame that we can't do the graveyard, which is a monument, an undersea is a monument. I mean, it's the size of a monument. It's huge. And yeah, I don't have any place because of where they put us. And this is one of the things that a person would say, the max you can get is 900 copper build. So let's see here. So see where these two stones are right here? Those two stones are not decorated, so they're not sacred. There are some sacred stones here. The sacred stones for the mermaids are the ones that are decorated, and they look like these stones around the corner here. They look like this. So we can tell the sacred stones because they have all of this on them, and they look like this. And what is that right there? Let's see. I think that's just stone. And see, here's a smaller, this is a smaller sacred stone right here. When the stones belong to the Mers, they look like this. You can't see. All right, I'm going to go to sleep. I apologize. I'm doing this. I've watched Ray Combs, who's the lead developer for Minecolonies team, and every once in a while he does that where he goes somewhere and it's like nobody can see where you are. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go to sleep and we'll go and look at it in the daytime. Because you know what happens with me. I said I can't do it, and then I'll like take a look around this whole place and find something, some place, and it's like, look at that. So let's come out here. So there's Aiden. There's Aiden. Finally, he is in druid robes. Yay, he finally got his robes. He was waiting for his robes to arrive. Ah, that is really cool. So this is what the mermaid mountains look like. When they're sacred, they decorate them like this. Even this little tiny one is sacred, and when they're bigger, this is what they look like. The arches, and I think this is another arch right here. It is. And then see, these little ones are sacred, all in this area. So what we were looking at was a set of mountains over here, and they're not sacred. Wait, I'm going in the wrong direction. I think I'm supposed to be going this way. Yes. So these mountains aren't. This is the reason they gave us this area. And right where the submarine is, there are two sets of mountains right in this area that are not sacred. So that means that if we wanted, we could actually do something with this area. So I think it's still not enough, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about this mountain right here, and this mountain right here, and this mountain. I'm not going to be able to. This mountain is in the process of being made sacred, but do they have enough things on it to be considered such? No, these two don't, but the other one kind of does. But let's see for a minute. Let me touch down and see. I can tell already this isn't big enough. I can tell it's not big enough. We may be able to put something else in this area, but it's not big enough for what I need. And so then, look at this. Look at how close they are. So this is the us. Look at how close the people are to Tana. So that's what we're looking at here. And then this is the land right over here. This is all land. So there is something else that we could do, and it would be really, really strange. So you know how we had this area. Remember when we were working on the apiary and we found that ravine? The apiary is actually in a ravine. This is the ravine right here. And let's go around to where the apiary is, which is right over here. There we go. So it's in this area right here. And when we went down in here, this is really big down here, especially over in this area here. Let's go down one more. What would it be like if we actually put it down in here? There's plenty of space here. So there's the bridge over to the apiary. What would it be like if we put it here? We would have to have the main stairwell go down again. Go down deeper, go down into this area and put it in here. So let me touch for a minute. Let's see what it would look like if we did that. Let's go here and let's put this here, and we're at underwater base. Let's go to mystic sites and let's go to the graveyard, level 5. Okay, so I need to go somewhere where I can be outside. So what we would be talking about is putting it here under everything. So that's lit up, so this is not down far enough. It would have to be down here, underneath everything, down in this area right here. Could you imagine such a thing? Whoa. So see this? This would be it, all under here, all underneath here. Now it's meant to be at the surface level. Let's look at it for a minute. I think, let me see. What I mean is the surface of the ocean. Let's X this for a second. Let's go up. Let's go up right here. We can go up. I want to see the whole thing. I want to see if it actually connects to the facility. And so we'll look at that for a minute. But wouldn't that be fascinating? We would have to bury it deep, which is interesting. So the graveyard would be buried. It would be like we found one of the oldest temples, an ancient temple, and that they were allowing us to use it for that, because that's what they used to do in the olden days. They don't do that anymore, but they used to bury people too. And so in keeping with that, they would do that. Let's go to mystic sites. Let's go to graveyard. Let's go to level 5 and let's pull out. Let's look and see. There it is. There's the connection right there. So that's what I needed, was that connection to see. So it does go from the facility into the temple, and there it is. Wow, that's beautiful. That is just so beautiful. I totally understand why it would be a shame if we couldn't build it. So this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So it would be like we found this. Wow. So see where this door is right here? This is where the grave digger, word gone. The undertaker. This would be the undertaker's area right here. And this is right off of the facility. So we can see that. if we were going to put in stairs, we would have to turn that towards the stairwell. So let's X for a minute. This is really kind of curious. Let's X that for a second. Let's come down here. So there's the main stairwell right here. So if we had this coming from this main stairwell, if we made this stairwell go down a whole nother section, because see how far down this is? So we have that other stairwell that's inside, but I'm not talking about using that one. I'm talking about using the outside stairwell and having it come down so that the main part is down here somewhere. And would that be enough? Would the stairwell coming down be enough there? That would be interesting, because look at this. Look at all of this here underneath, and it would be all the way down in here like it's actually one of the MERS original buildings. Would mean it was like 1,000 years, like thousands and thousands of years old, and we got to it, and that would really be something. So let's come back up for a minute and let's talk about this stairwell over here and bringing it down, and let's see what happens when we bring it down. What level would it come down to? So we're talking about this stairwell right here. So let's go in. Oh yeah, but isn't this the stairwell that goes down to these? Yeah, it is. It's the stairwell that goes to here and then continues down to here. That would be like us continuing this stairwell down from the here into the ground. Wow. I don't know. That would be curious. Let me see. So we have this stairs. We only have, this is really our main stairwell. This one right here. This is the one that goes up to the surface right here. And yeah, hello. And then is right here. We don't have any other stair section that is dramatic like this. So we made it go all the way up here. It goes all the way up to the secret base location right there. And we could make it continue down. If we made it continue down one more, that would be plenty low enough for the building, because let's show Mixasa for a minute how tall these stairwells are, and let's see in relationship to his build if in fact it's tall enough. Let's look here. Let's come here. Let's go to underwater base for a minute, and yeah, and then we'll look right here at the cavern style. Let's go to infrastructure right here, intersections, connectors, and that is a starter connector. Stone, nope, it's not in connectors, it must be in intersections. It is the stone insert. And so this is what we're talking about, a level, this stone insert. This is how tall it is. I think it goes down enough. I think it does. Look at that. I think it definitely would go down enough. So then the question is, What do we do about this? So we'll have to fit it in. And I think that's what we're going to do right now, is fit this in and make the stairs go down. So let's exit from here. Exit. And talking about stairs, why not a simple staircase going to the top of the pillars? A simple staircase going to the top of the pillars? Because there is no simple staircase. There's no simple staircase that will connect in a way. Remember when we were looking for stairs? No, I haven't done it here. But I've done this stair thing for my other city. And this is why I keep coming back to these spiral staircases, because none of the others get tall enough. And the ones that do get tall enough don't look right because they're just too tall. It's like you're at the pyramids or at the Incan towers or something. They're not good for walking up and down in that same kind of way. And where would I want to have it connected to the main resources and the main places where people have to use the stairwell, so that we actually are able to get supplies, because I'm not going to build this this place. We would need to get supplies to the builders so that they can excavate. So they'd be able to excavate this ruin of a monument that they found. And that's the reason why. So see this right here? This is as high as a set of stairs goes for archaeology. So I'd have to stack several sets on in order to get it. Whereas this, you see that it has several sets already. And so when we come down here and build it right here, it'll go down really far. So we're going to start from the top. It's easier to start from the top, I think, and put it into the ground, which is what we're going to do this time. So we're going to go to infrastructure, we're going to go to intersections, we're going to go to and stone insert right here, and there it is. And then we're going to move it over here, and then I'm going to have it go all the way down into the ground until we get to this. So this is the top of the stairwell right here, and look what we've got. So it's going to conflict a little tiny bit with that, but it depends on where we put it. What we need to do is have it be able to do this. See how he just came down there? So he would be coming down these stairs and then going into these stairs, or they'd be coming up these stairs and going to this stair. That's why it's easier to do it from this side than from the other. However, on this side, it doesn't work. So that's underneath. So that means I need to turn it again and find the one way where it works. I think this is it. So it would be here, going downstairs here, and it goes downstairs right there underneath this stairwell, and this stairwell goes down underneath this stairwell. So this is the way it has to be. It has to be like this. See the problem here? We have a problem, Houston. We have this house here. Let me look at this house for a minute and see if I'm going to make this house a different shape right here. We put in the bedroom piece right here. I think I might rearrange this somehow because I really need this space in the hall. And You were away for the last 15 minutes. I asked a question. I was saying, what was the question I asked? Let me think about it. Yeah, my tendency right now is to say that I don't need this to put in. So let me tell Mixesses what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I am going to, the story is going to be that I'm going to put in another stairwell right here. What I'm going to do with this house is, this is actual house right here. I think I'm going to have it so that this part of the house is either really small and doesn't come, I need a way for them to get around the stairwell, and I don't think I'm going to have a way here. I'm just going to take this away for a minute. So that is right up against that wall right there. So even if I cut this, I would need to cut this house like this much in order for them to do it. And a part of me is going, nah, maybe I won't have the house at all, even though it's a good place for Benedict and Jillian. I might need to put them someplace else because of this. So Mixessa, I'll show you what I'm considering. Let's go to, we're down here. Let's go out. So the apiary is in a ravine, and that ravine has always been there. It's really, we were talking about it once before, that there's this whole underwater area. There goes Aiden. He shaved his head now, and now he's looking more and more like a druid. He didn't have his robes, and then he got his robes, and now he's shaved his head to look more like a druid. And let's come down here for a second. This is where the apiary is. And when we were doing this, we saw this area down here. I'm going to use these so that we can light up some of the darker parts of this. So this comes down to here. But what we also saw was this. This goes down pretty far down in here. And on the other side, I think it goes down even farther. Let's go to the other side. I'm going to replace this with this. Let's go to the other side of this for a minute. So the apiary is right.
I can help you with that.
That's Nyla, so that's the mine. See this right here? This is the mine right here. That's Nyla, and she's working on bringing the mine down in this area. And that's the mine pieces coming down there. And that's what she's working on. Let's come over here. So there is the apiary. Let's come down to the other side for a moment. And we know there's another drop over here. Is there any way of getting to it? I think I would have to get to it from here, from this part down here. So we can come down here and go through here. And remember, there were mines. So they've been here. It's obvious that this is a place where they were thousands of years ago, and there's still places that they are still here. These are much more shallow than what we were looking at on the other side, and these are farther away. So I don't want to use this side because these are too far away from any place where the people could actually get to the graveyard. So we can't really use this side. See where we are? These are the farms. right here. This is a part of this tower. Although, let's look at something for a minute. Let's come down and see how far down these places are. So there's none. Nah, I see their decorations. Just a second. Let me make sure here. So there's nothing right in this area here. How far down does this go? Let's come down here. Let's keep going down for a minute. I think this is the bottom. We're in deep slate right here, but I think it doesn't go any farther than this. Yep. So this is as far down as this is. And how far is this from the first places where they are? Let's see what's over here and see if there's any of their buildings over here. There isn't. What we could do, this is close. See that part right there? What we could do is connect to Nyla, to the farm stairwell, and maybe bring it down in this area here, but we would have to go deeper than the current city. We'd have to go down deeper than the city part right here. And maybe I could put the nether mine in one of the flooded caves or ravines. And I think that's a good idea. I think that is a very good idea. And I could do that because that would be nice. Let's come up for a second and see where we are in regards to the city. So see, so that ravine is right here. And there's the city. And we're talking about maybe using a stairwell off right here. There's a stair right here that goes down to Nyla's. And what we could do is have this stair continue. See, there's a continue right there. Have it continue here and go down into the area in here, into this area. See that all of this down here. This looks like, wow, this is what I was looking for. This looks like, I don't want to damage that ore there, just in case we want it at some point. So this really is gorgeous down here. So see how far down we can go. So we're at 10 and we're way below the buildings that we're doing. So we could add another stairwell and bring it down to here. This is intense. So he's talking about doing the nether mine down in this area. And so let's go up. Let's find our way up for a minute. In this section right here, there's the up. And where we were thinking about putting the stairs is right here, I think. Let's look. There's the hospital. Okay, we're too far over. Let's go over to here. So we're thinking about putting the another stairwell right here to go down in this section, and then have both definitely have something in there. So let's look for a second. I want to go up. I'm not going to go all the way up to the normal place. I'm just going to go to here for a minute. He's talking about the nether mine, and this is the nether mine, and it actually would be perfect to go in that location because of nope, we got cavern again. Let's go back to underwater base. Let's go here and let's go to Mystic, and let's go to the nether mine. Let's click again, click off, and click back here one more time, and we'll go here just a sec. Yes. Okay, and let's go to here. Let's click on this. Let's do a level 5. And so what we would be doing is putting this underneath on that bottom. We'd be putting this under everything. So this entrance, that would be perfect actually. That actually would be perfect. So we'd have this huge entrance for the ships, this huge nether entrance here, and then the personal entrance is inside here. Right here is the personal nether mind, the smaller one, and that's what we would put down there. I like the idea of that. I like the idea of that. So let's do that first. Let's make our own connection. And maybe that's why the international, international facility is there for the nether mine. That would be justified. For trying to find a nether mine, a different location, and that would be very curious. So let's X this. Nope. Let's X this. Goodness, no. And let's come down here. That's why they put all those safeguards in. Let's come down here to where, let's find it again. I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm lost. There we go. So right here we have Nyla and the restaurant. The restaurant's right here too, but we also have Nyla. So we have the fishery and the restaurant coming to right here. So if we took this empty spot right here, and if we had this be the stairwell, that would mean covering the top, but it would also mean that we'd have to have a hallway come out in this area to cover the top of the stair. Let's just do one of the cavern stairs for a second to look at something. I missed it, I think. Yes. Cavern stair. And let's do infrastructure for a minute. Infrastructure. And let's do connectors. No. And I always want to do connectors. It's intersections. And let's do the stair insert for a second. And I want to see how far down it would go if we connected it to this part right here. So we can see this. Let's just go ahead and get a shovel. And I gave my shovel away. I'm going to have to get a shovel. And I like this shovel the best, so I'm going to use it. And we're going to come to here, right to here, and there's the bottom of this part right here. So we're just going to take this away for a moment so that I can move this a little bit closer so I can see when I get to the actual surface of this right there. So let's bring this down, all the way down, so that this piece would be the top of the new stairwell. And then you'd have a whole nother place to be. Wouldn't that be wild? You'd have to put housing. There's this restaurant is here. Yes, that's true. Look what we'll have to do. Because of the size of the stairwell, we would only be able to bring it this close. And this part is where this is still up too high. So the stairwell would be right here like this. And would go all the way down into the ground. Let's see if I can find a way of seeing it. I don't think I'm going to find a way of seeing it. But let me see if I come over here, if I can see any hint of it in this area right here. right here. I don't see a hint. I don't see. So that means it's probably coming down into stone. What I can do is I can go up and look at the measurements and see if I can get close to where it is. So let's come over, back over here where we're putting this down. And whoops, I know this is where I get lost. And so I'm going to say my disorientation when I'm in my own city is simply because I've been living here for so long. So this is negative 1327, 1401. Let me write this somewhere. I don't like using pencil. Hold on for a second. Let's do it for a minute. There we go. It'll be quicker just for a moment. It'll be quicker just for a moment to write it. What I need, the number that I need. So it's negative 1327, 327. I picked up this page and it says, J'ai passé un bon journée. And it also says, Iste kala, are you well? Or Dev, Ise, Adatsi, I think Adatsi is all right, isn't it? Or, I forget how to pronounce that word in Greek, but that's on this page. So negative 113, and 1401, 48, 1401, positive, and we're at 48, so there's a good way down. So let's now go down into the ground and see if we can find this. Let's go down here and look for it. So negative 1327. This is 1337. So 1327 is right in here, and 1401, so it's in the rock. It's actually in this rock right here is the stairwell. If we put it there, that's actually good. And I like the idea of that. Okay, so now let me find my way out. And there it is. See, we can see it. That red piece right there is the stairwell. We're nowhere near where we're talking about putting it. And that's from a lower level, it going down into this area here, to take advantage of this area right here. Oh no, that's not so bad. I think we'd have to do a second stairwell. So see this area right here? If we decided to put it here, this area continues down. I'm going to get some lights. This area continues down all the way. Oh, it doesn't go down that far. Okay, so yeah, so it would be coming to here. It would almost reach. We could put in a second stairwell, and that would guarantee that we had enough. That would be an interesting thing to see how difficult it would be to get materials to be delivered here, because that would be the thing. People have these big ones, but how far will the courier go? See, the courier shop is right here, and we're talking about having the courier come to the stairwell right here and go down in here, and then to deliver to the nether mine. I still like the idea of that. I still think that's going to be good. The question then is, what are we putting on top of this piece right here? Now, Lady Shatana does have one of these that's supposed to be on the surface. And I think that surface one actually has a cover on it. But I'd almost rather put something else. Let me look at Lady Shatana's cover on that for a minute. I think it just makes it too big, but we can see. Just for a second, let's just come here and let's look at infrastructure. Let's look at intersections, and let's look at stone surface. So those are stone. There should be stone surface. So we have those stairs. We have stone stairs. There it is, this one. So let's X and let's do that again. Let's do this. Let's come to infrastructure. Let's go to intersections. Let's come down here, stone surface stairs, and let's move out. So the stone surface stairs creates this. Oh no, yeah, that's too much. That's not what we want, so no. It's too big, and that's the problem. Maybe I could, yeah, so maybe I'm going to try switching. Let's look at underwater base for a minute. I want to see something. Select, and let's go to infrastructure here. We have fields, and let's go to, we have pasture, and then we have field. Let's look at this field for a minute and see what it looks like. It's this building right here, and I see it has a field on the inside of it. McCecil was talking about building a park, but that hasn't happened yet. And let's look at the level 3 of it. Oh, it's just that. It's one of these that we have already. Okay, so that's not going to work. And infrastructure, corridors, glass. All we have are airlocks and the cross in these. These are corridors. Let's go back to infrastructure. Mine shafts. Mine shaft top. And let's look at, and this is underwater. And what am I looking at? I'm looking at, I see. I'm looking at one of these. Okay, mine shaft top, which means it has that on top of it. This might be big enough. This might be big enough to use to cover the top of those stairs. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something to cover. Let's X this. I'm looking for something. If I put Lady Shatana's stairwell right at this location here, I need something to make it water for the fact that it's underwater. The stairwell would not have anything for the fact that it's underwater. So we're talking about putting the stairwell right here. So let's X that, and let's do it again, and let's go to infrastructure. Let's go to corridors. Nope, I'm still there. Let's come here for a minute. This is why I always say this is the stuff that everyone, when they make those really fast videos, this is all gone. So let's come here. Let's look at this. He knows what I mean. So I'm actually going to put it in. I have to be careful about doing this because the guards will come, and that's the reason why. But I think I can use the mine shaft to close it in. Let me see for a minute. So infrastructure, intersections, stair insert. That's the wrong one. Intersections, go down here. This is the one I want. And let's have this go all the way down into the ground until it is right here where this is, right here. So this is the surface. This is the surface of this. It can't come into this area because of that building. This is as close as it can get, and it is not cutting off anything in Tana. Let me do something right here. Let me put something here so that we can see. So see this building right here. It's not close to that. And so what I want to do is, so this is the top right here of it. And I need it to be turned. I think I need it turned so that one of these or these are available like this. So one will be here and the other one will be here, and have it be like that. So let me raise it up for a minute and see which one is going to be which. So there is the one, so it's this one. So this one needs to go this way. Let's see what happens if we move it so that it's pretty direct from this hallway to this. And let's see where this is now that we just did that. Let me see where this is, because this is where it would be. And coming over here, it's still okay in this rock, and that's good. And let's build it. Let's build it. Are we ready? This is going to be scary. Constructed. All right, so there it is. It's now constructed here, and of course it's completely in the water, so it's completely flooded, but this is where it's going to be connected. So now what I need to do, and let's X this, is what I need to do is be able to put something over top of this. And what I need to be able to put over top of it is a structure. So let's touch this right here. Let's go to underwater base. Underwater base is still down here. Yes, let's go to infrastructure. Let's go to mine shafts, and we saw a top left mine shaft, and let's look here for a minute and see. Let's see how big it is. It might not be big enough, but what I was trying to see is if I could use it. Is that a square? It is big enough, but it's, let me see if I can fit it directly over top of this. This way. Yep, it's definitely a square, and this way. But both of these are squares, so they should fit right over each other, and sure enough they do. So now we need this piece to be facing this way and be here. So if we have this fitting over top of this, this would have to, this would have to come down to here. Wait a minute, that's too far over, I think. Let me see. Let's see. It needs to fit right on top. And I think it is fitting right on top there. I think that is. Oh, no. See that part right there? That's the part that I need to cover. That's the thing that I was afraid of. Okay. So now it's right here and fitting on both sides. Okay. So we would be putting this piece on top in order to be able to close it in. What do you think? Or is there something else that you would suggest, Mixasa, as something to put over top of that stairwell? This at least has some build to it, and we could take it and I see those pieces, but we could take it and have it be like this and see what happens. Or Or let's forget that for a second. What if we just go ahead, or maybe the pasture, you could transform it into a garden. That's what I was wondering too. And I think so. Let's try the pasture for a minute and put over top. So let's touch down right here. Let's see how big it's going to be. Infrastructure. Infrastructure, fields, the pasture, level 3. And let's rise up for a minute and let's see how big it is. Because the pastures are kind of big and we just have to watch out for that house right there. Let's see where this is in relationship to everything else. Okay, so in order for it to connect, I would need it. There's a problem. So the pasture, the problem with the pasture is if I remove the hay bales but add some benches. Let's bring this up for a minute, because how do you get into a pasture if you don't have one of the farms attached? Let's look for a second. So here's this. So there's one of the ways that you get in, but this connects to what? What would that connect to? Unless I ignored that and just made a hallway connect to this. I see what you're saying. Okay. Let's see how big it is if we set it on top. I'm looking at this, because all this is going to go away. I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that. Let's come down here. Let's put it back down right here and see. So there it is. So let's bring it all the way down until we have the tree part being on the ground right here. So we have to move this back so that it's not in the build in the restaurant. And we could put it right here like this. The ground is right here. So that would be the ground right there. And there it is. So that's what it would look like. It would be this over top. So let me find that house that was here and make sure it is still there. It is just barely, but it is there. Is it damaging the house? There is a piece of the house right in that corner right there that I think we would have to replace. See that part right there? We'd have to replace that piece of the house right there. And I think we can, because that's a corner. And there's nothing there. See that? Let's come down on this side. Yeah, see, there's nothing of the house on these parts. Just that right there. Actually, yes, and make a hole in one of the walls. He is absolutely right. This would be perfect, and it would be perfect because it's going to that new area, and that would be most interesting. So this is where we would make the hole right here to join this right here. So this part would all be under where those trees are. All of that's going to disappear, and we'll just have the stairs underneath there, right at this spot right here, which is the ground. Let's do that. Will not be the first time. It won't be the first time for anything. Nothing that we're talking about doing right here. So I'm going to put it here. And the minute it's here, we're going to fix that. Now the question is, do we want to put in a 2 and have them build it out to the other? And I think I might. Let's look at the 2 for a minute and see. Welcome back. Mr. Villager, welcome back. We are doing an experiment based on Mixasa's suggestion. We are going to put a field over top of that new stairwell that's going to go down to the the nether mine. So since we're going to do that, we're going to put this over top. I was trying to decide whether I want to. Your electricity has been disconnected? Are you having a storm? Are you having storms? You had the electricity get disconnected. Ooh, that sounds like bad storms. Let's come here. And I think I would like them to build it. I know that means all of this is going to take longer, but I think I would like them to build it. So see this part right here? Look at the restaurant being right off of this park. That would actually be really cool, and I love that. And it does not interfere with Tana at all in this location, and it covers the stairwell, and then we can actually make the stairwell waterproof when we put this on. And so this is what I'm going to do here. Yeah, I know that sometimes happens. Or is it really hot? Because sometimes when it gets really hot in certain areas in the United States, it puts too much pressure on the system, and sometimes they fail. Are we ready? We're just going to do the level 2. And we're going to construct it, and there it is. Okay, so now let's get rid of this. This is a project. We're going to click this here. So let's get a sponge first of all. We're going to sponge out. We have to sponge out the places that had water naturally in them because of the way we built it. There we go. There's one. And here's one here, and that one's gone. And let's come here, bum, bum, bum. And let's look at these guys. Okay, there's no more water here. And let's take this and let's make that go away. And then we have all this. All right, so this is in the right place because we can see that right there. Let's just put this here for a minute. Let's go ahead and see if we can uncover the stairs for a minute and see where they are. And sure enough, there they are right there. So we need to find the stair entrance to go down. Let's take some sponges here and look for it. There we go. So it's all under here. Let's look here. I should have probably built it down one and made it flush with that, and I think I made it flush with a hallway. I hope I made it flush with the hallway. It looks like it's up one, doesn't it? But it isn't. It's flush with the hallway. Yeah, okay. So let's put that there for a second and put this here for a minute. This is going to be an interesting thing that we're doing here. I want to see what's going to happen with this. So maybe put level 3 directly, since have to heavily modify the bottom part. He is right. And since I have to heavily modify the bottom part, since I've noticed this right here, see where it is up above this part right here? This is still where the stairwell is underneath. And maybe it's a good thing that I did what I did, but we'll see in just a second. Let's come over here and look for a minute. I've got to find the stairs, and I can't find them. There they are. There they are. Okay, so this is what I was looking for. Where is this? Where is, whoa! I just fell off the stairs into a dark hole. Okay, I need some light. Sorry, you can't see. I just fell off the stairs into this area here because this is actually the stairwell right here with water coming through, and I want to see where the water is coming through here. Let's put a light here because all the lights have been washed away. Let's put something there. Let's put something here. That's going to get rid of that one. Let's put some more light in. And let's see the other places it's leaking. There. There. Let's come down here. We'll light it up some more. And let's look at this. Put that in. That in. This in. Something up here is still putting a lot of water out. So let's see where the water is coming in up here. We have this right here and this right here. Let's get that and that, and water's coming down on that side, and it's done from there. So let's look here. Let's take this one away. Let's take this away, and this is where the stairs are supposed to come up right here. So let's put this in. Let's take this away right here. And let's look for a second. Taking this away. I just need to see where they come to. And then this is where the stairs are supposed to be coming right to this surface, which also has the other stairwell coming down right here. So let's come here and let's look. And so there is supposed to be stairs somewhere here. So let's go this way and this way and this way. And let's take those away for a minute. So this is coming up to here, and then the other side, let's just go down and come up from the other side. So the other side is over here. That goes this way up, and there, oh, and there's that, and this part right here. And let's look here. I made this stuff go away right here. Let's put this back. I know I didn't use the right piece. Shoot. You can hardly see, so I'm going to put a light right here for a second. And let me get one of these, and let's stop. Okay, just a second. What's going on here? Let's get rid of these for a minute, and let's look, and let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of these for a minute. I don't want to destroy them. I just want them to go back into storage. And the center pillar is in a nice place, yes. And so this part, let's get one of these. Oh, they are all stairs. That's why I can't get it, because they were all stairs anyway. Sorry. That's why I was having that problem. Let's take this away for a second. And what's here? Let's take these up, and look what I just did. I opened up that part underneath. So let's close that and that one. So this stair is coming up here to here, and this is where it comes to. Okay, so I would have to have the stairs come. Let's put something there for a second. Let's put a light there for a minute and see if I can make that go away. There. And then let's take those away. And let's take that. Ah, All right, let's get a sponge. It's not going to do it without a sponge, I think. S-P-O-N. Why is that leaking? Right there. It looks like there's something. Aha! There it is. That part right there. Okay. So let's close this for right now. And so there it is. So in a way, it's down too far. I'd have to bring the stairs up to this field, which I need to do anyway, because if I'm not mistaken, this is, whoops, I just fell through there. If I'm not mistaken, this is where, oh my gosh. There we go. Let me see if this is where there are stairs there. And I just fell again. I'm falling. I keep falling through this hole right here. So let me put something here for a second. Let's go here. And let's look. So this is directly where this is. And that looks like that's leaking into that hallway right there. So that goes directly there. And let me see something here. Wait, the graveyard in the facility was built. She never understood why the staircase has in this space without a wall. Just, oh, yeah, at least the center pillar is in a nice place. Yeah, so let's see about doing the 3 because we have so much stuff to do. And it's just going to take too long. I agree. However, because of what we see about the stairwell, I'm going to replace it. So let's come here. He's right about that. Success is right. Let's do 2 things. Let's put in the hallway right to here for a minute. So let us come down to here and let's do a hall. I'm afraid that I'm going to lose people, but let's do a hall for a second. Infrastructure, corridors. Let's just go ahead and do concrete. And let's do a segment, level 3, and here it is. And then let's raise it up and get it to fit in between these 2 buildings right here. Let's raise it to there. Let's move it this way and move it over 1, and that puts it right here. So that's the matching stairwell. I think we want to turn it this way so that the that part so that they're walking this way. And let's come down. So it's going to be in this piece right here. Now, since it's already intruding into this, I'm just going to bring it back to here and overlap it with this one. And then when this is finished, see right there, because that's all in that spot right there, we can do something else. So let us do this. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to, this is level 3, we're going to put it here, we're going to construct it, and then let's X, and so there it is. It's constructed right there, and it should be straight across. It is right to there. Okay, so now let's do something. We're going to be doing all sorts of stuff here, so why don't we go ahead and make a temporary door somewhere in this area. So we have the farm here, this farm right here. Why don't we make a temporary door here? Why are you broken? You're not broken. You have cover on top. I see it. Let's do a door right here, and we'll use that for us right now. So a door. Let's get the mangrove. Let's get one of these because I just like these. And let's take this out and let's put the door right there. Okay. So there we go. So right now we're going to use that as an airlock. We're going to come down here. Let's see what I have on me. I have all sorts of things. What do I really need right this second? I will need the sponges. I will need block eventually. And I do need to redo that. So this is going to, let's see what we can get done in the time. So here it is. So right here, this is where we have this. And this is this new walkway right here going into this. Whoops. And so I can see that there going into this part right here. So for right now, let's just close this up because I'm about to do a level 3 of this. And that's what we're going to look at right now. So let's go down to the ground level. Let me find the ground level. I think this is it. Let's tap down and let's switch to fields, infrastructure fields, and we're doing a pasture level 3. Okay, and now I'm going to fit this one over top of the other one. So this is the level 3 right here, and we're going to fit this level 3 over top so that everything is in the same place that it was with the other one, or not, so that it at least covers the other one. So let's make sure that it's covering. Let's just do the level 2 for a minute so that we can see that they're in exactly the same place. So right now, it almost looks like they are. Look at that. Oh, no. See that right there? There's a double cover right there. So that's what we're doing. So let's turn this. Now, do we only have one cover? We only have one cover there. And we only have one thing, but now the cover's in the wrong place. So let's go this way until those are in the same place. Let's see what that does on the top. That sets that right there on top of this, right here like this, right here like this. Where is this house? And right here, that's the correct corner because that is covering that piece right there. So yes, where we have to put in that piece right in that corner there. So this is where the level 2 was. So we're going to do the level 3 right now so that we can start working on this right away. So we go up to a level 3, and this is what the level 3 is going to look like when it's done. And this building is going to be right there, and it is preserved. And this is going to be close to this. This is going to be interesting. That right there, them having a view of the top of this building. And that's going to be interesting. So here we go. I should not be in the build while I'm doing this. So I'm going to come down here so I can make sure that everything. Now, what do you think, Mixasa and Mr. Villager? Should I make this even the way it was with the first one? Should I make that part even? I'm going to go inside. Let's use this doorway right here for a second and see. Let's go in here, right here, close that, and let's come around. So I would make the pasture field flush with this, or should I make them step down into the pasture and have the, no, I think I'm going to have the stairwell come up and meet this area. And I think that's what probably the best thing that will do. So let's do that. So let's come here, because right here is where the real buildings are. And there it is right there. Yeah, if I brought this window down, I know this is going to be weird, but if I brought this window down, just that one space down so that it's right here, but then that part's probably going to be open on top. Is that it? I think it will be open on top. Let's see. So they're bringing the window down in this space. There's something there. And we're talking about going down just a little bit. I think I might do that. Bring the window down just a little bit right there. Now, let me look at something here. What's going on with you? You're not being affected by this. You shouldn't be affected by any of this. And the restaurant was not opened up by that, so all that is still fine. Okay, so let's do this. We have it down 1, and we're going to construct the level 3. So this is the level 3 constructed. And let us X, and it didn't work. So why didn't it? That is interesting. Can you not do one on top of the other? Do I have to destroy the hut block somewhere in here? Where is the hut block? I think that's it right here. Yep, the decoration controller. Let's destroy that. I think that's what my mistake. I needed to destroy the decoration controller in order to be able to build another one there. All right, so let's start here again. We'll have to do it again. So let's start here, and this is the thing. This is the stuff. This is what we do. You heard some movement that was Vincentius Primus. All right, so it's showing, let's do a level 3. There's the tree, and that's what was happening. So let's go in here and match that tree, and that should do it. So we did it the hard way the last time, but now that we know where that was supposed to be, we can come here and match that to the tree right there like that. That's all we have to do. And then the building matches, because that's what that was. Except we're going to have it down 1 lower, which is I think what we're doing there is we're putting it down 1 lower. Yes, we are. Okay, ready? This is crazy. This is our craziness. So this is a level 3. And let us construct. Now, it did construct that time because there wasn't a conflict between the two. So now, where's our pickaxe? Let's get a pickaxe out. Let's get a pickaxe here, and we have a sponge. And let's put sponge down right here, right in this spot, and then let us click. Let's take this away right here. Wait, it's still showing it, isn't it? So let's come to here and let's X that. Okay, so now we have this area and our pickaxe, and let's take this away and let's put sponges down and see what's actually leaking. So we have that. We'll have to go and find these places again in here that are leaking. So right here we have leaking between these two. I see what's happening. There's actually a space between these two now. So we're going to fill this space in. And there's that. And this one right here. And for the time being, I'm going to put that one in. And now that should go away. That part should go away. And then there's the step down right here. And let's go back and get some stairs from right here. I don't know, purple is going to be mystical. Right now, I think I'm just going to have white slab until I get this straightened out. So let's put that there. This isn't going to be here. For the time being, we're just going to cover this with a trap door so that we remember that that's still there. We could actually put a light there, but I'm going to do this. People are eating in the restaurant. That's what I heard. It's like, what am I hearing? Okay, so there's one place. Let's take the water out of here because we're not going to have this part right here. And then let's see what else is dripping. We know those are dripping. We can take care of that later. The tree might be okay. We'll find out in a minute. And now we need to go down from here to where we know that there is this right here. So let's jump down into this hole right here. Let's put this here. And let's put this. I'm seeing that this is under right here. And there is going down into our stairwell there. And I'm going down for just a minute. I'm just going to have to sponge it until I can see something. Okay, let's take that one away. And because underwater, under the field, I think is a bunch of water places here. Let's put this in this corner. Let's take this away. And I just fell. And so let's get this surface piece right here. Let's get those to go away. All along this line. Let's come here and get this to go away. Let's put in some light in this corner right here. This is going to take me a while to do, but this is going to be really interesting when it is completed, and I actually like the idea of it. And thank you, Mixasa, that was a good idea. So this is the bottom of the stairwell right here. What's lighting it up? We'll find out in a minute. What we should be doing is putting lights in. See this part right here? So what we should be doing is putting lights in the centerpiece so that we can see where that is, and making sure that all these areas here where this is, am I going to have to sponge it? I think I am. Let me take this for a second and see why. Here we are. So all of this middle part here is, let me get that, needs sponging out. So I have that one and that one. There's another one over there somewhere beyond that. There's one over in that corner. So let's go over here and let's get this one right here and sponge it. Okay. All right. And then we'll start taking away the sponges. Let's come up here and see where we are in regards to this place. And I'm going to have to gate this off for close it off with block for right now, because they're going to want to come this way. So let's block this. And I really have to work really quickly so that glass, G-L-A-S-S, so that I don't have one of the guards get lost, because they want to come this way. So let's do this glass, let's come this way, and let's just put glass right here so they can't come through. All right, so here it is. So that would be kind of a fall right there, and that's what we're going to look at. So one of the things I need are these, and I'm going to go down in here first and do this, because this is going to help us. So I'm going to start on this side, and we're going to put one here, and we're going to put them in all these places right here. Let's put this going all the way up and around. Let's put one here, and let's take these back, and let's put one here. That's the center of the stairwell right there. and then we can take away the ground. So what's going to happen is we'll actually take the ground away, and then we'll bring it back in a field the way we want the field to be. So the tree, the bamboo will be planted at a different location, and it'll be a park. And I definitely like the idea of this. So let's just remove this for a second. I don't want to move too much because I want to see the structures so that I can see when I get up. So this comes to here and was supposed to go up. How many more do you think? Let's say it goes up at least to here. So let's take these stairs and put them here. That's the inside of the stairwell right there. And this is actually in the middle when it should be, whoops, when it should be right actually here, because that's the center right here, this centerpiece coming all the way up right here. And this centerpiece, I think this centerpiece right here, right where this is where we should plant this tree and have this tree come up from there. I think I like the idea of that. Then we at least know where that is, but look where the tree is going to be. It's going to be right here in front of this part right here. I think that's okay. This is going to be a curious thing, but let's try this for a minute. Let's come all the way down to here. Let's go down one more. And let us, oops, come all the way up, right to here. And so this is going to be where the tree is, right here. Now, when the time comes, we can put dirt on top and we can actually grow the tree. But we're actually moving the tree to this spot right here. And we don't need this. And we'll just leave the tree for now until I see. But this is the center of the tower. So we can have a light there. This part is coming up on this side of it like this. And I think there's that side of it right there. And this is the brick side right here, coming here. I have to establish this first. I think that's the best way, don't you? And let's get this. I'm going to take this. Let's get this and bring it up. And so there's the ground right there. The ground is going to be right there. So if the ground is going to be here, this is the ground right here. That's what I need to see, is how far up do these stairs need to come in the way that they need to come. So let's just have the surface, this come up until it comes all the way up for right now, so I know where the center is of this. So we'll put this right here. And let's come, there should be stairs here where this part is. So now we need stair pieces to go right into this spot just right here for a minute. This does not go there. This goes here and this goes here. And let's see how far up we want to bring this. So if we do it like that, then this continues to here and here. This goes up. I need this to go here. What don't I need that I'm holding? Let's put the shovel away. Let's put the flowers away. And let's bring back this piece right here and put it there, so that it's easy to get to. This is going to be very curious. And there it is. So see this stair coming up here? We could just go ahead and bring this stair up to here and have it come right to here like this. Let's fill this in for a second right here, and let's bring this part out right on that part. Let's just bring that whole part out right here on both sides for a minute to imagine that this is going to be here like this. So far they would come in, there's this beautiful garden, and then they'd come over here and they'd come down here. We'll have to have this part go away in this section. Why is that there? Oh, that's one for the field. That's one of the field ones. Okay, and then 2 stairs down. So let's go ahead just for now so that I can see it and just put in the stone. Later, I should be putting in white stairs right from now. I definitely should be putting in white stairs from now so that we don't have to keep doing it over, and putting in the white pieces. So let's get concrete, and we're just going to replace. So the white concrete is going to replace that, and we have that. We need white stairs.
What is it?
To replace that, and let's see if we have a wall piece or we're going to make it. So we need to make wall, architect's cutter, and let's put this up here. Let's put this over here where that is, and let's take these down also, and let's put this down. Okay, let's get an architect's cutter, ARCH, and this is all I like to do. This is the stuff that I like to do, the adventure of this. So let's put the cutter over here. Did I just get rid of the pickaxe? I did. I sure did. Pickaxe. P-I-C-K. Let's get the diamond. And I have those 3 things there. And now I just need to put the cutter down for a second. And let's get these 2. And let's see if there's wall. There it is. This wall piece. And we've got that. And then we'll get the light. So let's take this away. Let's get one of these. Because we don't need this right now. We're going to use these. And there's all the things that we need. So coming right to here. Right where this is. This actually works. Come right to here and do that. So let's just go ahead and put these stairs in. 1, 2, 3, right there. And I could put in a stair piece here, but I think this is better off if it stays that. And let's come here. Oops, wrong way. This way? No. This and this. All right, so right here we might as well not even have this. We know what this is. This is that space that Lady Shatana has in the corridors, but we're not going to have that. So then this is going to come down here, and this part in here, let's get rid of that, is actually going to be filled with this, because this is going to be here like this. We'll have some area here, and we'll have some things in this part right here, because there's nothing under this right in this spot. So we'll see how far we want this. I think I would rather have this part come to here and have this be sort of like a wonderful park hill like this. I don't want them to be able to fall down. So at a particular point, this is going to have to be covered, like right in this area right here, with a big enough piece to keep them from trying to come down that way. So this gives enough of a space right here. So we can cover this. So we'll do grounds later. Let's cover this right here. And maybe I should just go for dirt so I don't have the grass that way. Let's get from where I have them. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this here, and we'll get rid of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and cover this part right here with this. So this would be covered like this in this area, and possibly this wall part here would also be covered. So where this is right here, we would have to have some sort of stone thing coming just where these are. So we'll probably have it right to there. And then from here, we can do it on this side. Let's get some leaves, L-E-A. I always want to do the leaves when I do this. And is that a piece of panel, or is that's a trapdoor? Do I have a white panel left, or did it go away? I don't have one. I will need the sponge later. I'll put it here for a second. Let's bring this down. Let's set the architect's cutter back. And I'm going to put in this so I can get a panel piece right here, because I think panel is going to be better served right in this hallway right here, because what we're going to do is take this part where this is. Nah, we're not going to be able to do it. We're not going to be able to do it. It'll still show a hole there. So we will have to use this on the outside of this wall, coming right to this point right here, coming down the stairs where, where this part is. So right underneath here, we'll have to put in some kind of something here so that we can put panel along this part. And here's another one of these corners right here. Let's put this here, and let's put panel right here. So this is the closest that I come to actually building something, making something from scratch, is having to do these kinds of repair things. I am not going to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about trying to fill this in just yet. I'm just bringing this around. I don't even need to. This doesn't even show on the surface. So this part can actually be this wall coming in this section. So there we are. So right now we have this and this and this. We can maybe put moss or something on top of that, and that'll be fine. In this part right here, where this is, we're going to have to put stair here, right here, because we're not going to be able to cover that. And so in this part right here, maybe we'll put like the water. Remember there was the water feature? So maybe we'll be able to put it right in this spot, so that we don't have to justify why that is there like that. And then back here, where it doesn't show, this is where we start having dirt. And right here, in this part, and this tree, here's another tree here. Oh, this is the tree that isn't going to be here. Or maybe it can be here. And we'll just have it come down right here. Maybe we can still have a tree. Let's look. We might not be able to. I have to see where the other stairs go. But, so there we are. So we're just going to fill this part in. This part with white into here. I see that right here. And we might as well go ahead and fill it in right now, because it's saying there's water in them there hills right there. So let's just go ahead and bring this out all the way and cover those water pieces. Let's take this away for now, and this, And this is this area here. I've got water. Where's the sponge? Uh-oh. I think I opened up one of the water places again. So let me come here and look and see where that is. Let me take a sponge. That one's dry. And let's put it there so I can find this water source. There it is. There's a water source there. And we can take these away for right now. And look at what we've got. Let's come here. We'll put these in the stairwell, which I have right here. So we can put a light here next to the tree, right there, and a light here. And that way we can take away this stuff on the bottom right here. And we can put a light here. So then we'll close this up when we are ready. We're still working out what this is right here. So this looks like, sure enough, oops, let's get the sponge. There's a water source right there, of course, because that's outside. That's why that water source is there. And did I lose the stone? Here it is. Let's put this here. We don't need the tree right now. And let's pull this stone piece all the way to here. And I'm going to do that. I see those there. I don't know why I'm doing this, because this is the stair right here. And this is what we want to see. Where is this going to? And what we can do about it. So let's close that. Let's bring this right to here. Close that one back. And this looks like it turns right here. So let's come in this spot. I know it's a little dark. Let's close that. And let's put, there isn't a light on this side, so why don't we put the light here? And we could put another light right there. Let's close this with wall right here on this part and right there on this part. And let's put in the stone above here on that and below right there. And we'll leave that for a second. What are you doing here? And you and you. And there's another. Keep finding them. So let's put that in. And I don't think I'm going to have, this is going to be white along here. So we can just go ahead and put this in right now. And in this corner here where this is, there's another one of those. And we'll put this in. So there's that. I don't know where that's going. That's a trap door right there. That goes up to what? Oh, to the stairs, maybe. Maybe that's the stair one that we just put in? Let's see. So here we are right here. And we need this to go up. Right in this space right here. This is where we need it to go up. And we're looking, and so the stair turns the corner right here. Where this is. Let's put in white right here. And let's take these back right here. Let's replace those pieces. And this is where the stair would begin again, right here. And let's put in that right there. So yeah, judging from where this is, right here, this whole part here would be the wall right here. So, and stair would come up underneath. So let's come to here. And let's start stair right here. So let's go 1, 2, and this block is in the right place. So this is not stair. 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. This is stair right here, and that's not stair right there. This is all supposed to be enclosed. So just for a second, so that I can see what I'm doing. Put that there, and let's see where this is. Ah, yeah, that's what I was afraid of, that it was in that mountain piece. But that's okay. We can make some different features here for the fact that this is the a stairwell going down, and we can put some park pieces in and stuff like that. So that is the rest of what we're looking at right in this part. We'll remove this because we don't have any animals in here, and we'll put benches and things in this area. Let's put the trapdoor over this. That's what that was. That's why that trapdoor was there. It's one of these right here, except that's not a trapdoor. Let's just put a trapdoor for right now. I don't want to close it just yet until I see what's going on with the rest of this and things I want to put down. So now we have this way over here where they can't go this way. So this is the center of the stairwell right here, and that doesn't belong there. And that is the rooftop over top of that part of the stairwell. So that means that this is coming to the surface right here. So let's do this one here. Let's come here. And this actually goes like this. It's just going to come up right here to this spot. And sure enough, there it is right there. There's the top of this part right here. Let's take this and replace that. Let's put this here, and let's bring it up one. Let's just leave it flat for right now, right here. And there is this part. So now, in order for them to get up right here, let's quickly replace that before it even starts leaking. Do we need this? How much headroom do we need here? Let's make these into upside down stairs right here to give us the headroom that we need. Whoop. Shift, put that there. And so now we can put a block here because we know now that there isn't going to be anything right in that spot. And we'll put that there, put this here. Let me see what that is. Okay, I thought that was something important, but it's not. Let's just, since I see it right now, let's just change that. And so there is one stairwell going down right here, which needs a cover over it. And this is where we need to put those covers. So the way I want to try doing it, there's some covers that they don't like. And let's try this. Let's try bringing the hill up to here on this side. And we'll take this part away for a minute. I'll see what I want to do with that in a second. The hill coming to here, and let's have it come. Can it come? How far over can it come? It can come all the way to there. Let's put that in, and let's put a hill piece that's going to probably come over this part right here. and go out. Oops, that was a trap door that I just opened. Put that there and put this over top right here to make something. I don't know, we'll see in the, it's a mystery. We'll see in a minute how that's going to be. But so now we're talking about this coming down like this, and there being these on this part right here, which means that this right here underneath here would have to be stone, at least right to this part and this part. And so we'll do that. So in here and in here, we'll decide if we want to put like water or something. What we want to do, oops, with these sections here where we have this coming right over. So this is the stair right there. And this is the tree. We can put this here. It's above that part and above that part right there. Let's just go ahead right at this point right here and begin filling this in with white and see what we want to do about it. Lady Shatana is going to go, what did you do? So there we go. So we can put a panel here and a panel here. On this part we can put a panel here, and there's the place where we can't put one. So this would have to come, this would have to either come over to here and then something be there, and maybe do the same on this side, and maybe have, or maybe just have something there. This is what the designers go through, people. This is what the designers, so when you see Mixasa and Matlom having this crazy, amazing, beautiful design, this is what happened before. This is the stuff that they have to consider before they do what they do, because you then end up with stuff like this, where what do I do with this? What do I do with this part here, like this? So that is coming in too deep. So we are going to have to put stone. Let's put a stone here. And then after I get done, I'll try and figure out what I'm going to do with those concrete parts. Let's put a stone there, right there. And so, yeah, so this is going to end up just having stone here on this part here and this part here. Maybe we could just go ahead and turn the stone this way, right at this point, like this is where a person can come up to here. And let's move this back right here and put these in right here and right here. We're getting less and less park, but I think we can do it. Let's cover that. Unless I want to put a tree or a bush or something in that corner, which I might. So this is what we've got. So if they fall to there. This is the thing you have to take into consideration here. So they would fall to there. We could make the tree, let's try growing a tree and then adding stuff to it. I think this is a made tree, but let's try. I'm going to use something, the person who did it, her name is Mia, and she has her own YouTube channel where she was showing actually, yeah, this is where we thought we were going to put it in, but we're not going to. We're just going to close this up. She was showing how to make a tree house. And one of the interesting things that she did was she used trees to make the tree house, and it worked really nicely. It was a brilliant idea. And that's Mia. She has a tree house. You didn't pay attention to all the messages from your colony, but did you finish building? Let's see what's going on in the colony. First of all, did I lose anybody? Did any of the guards try and come here? He finished the university level 4. Yes, he did. Okay, so I think this is going to be one of these things where I'm doing it again, where I'm going to need to, let me just do the tree for a second, and then I will go from there. Let's get, because this is the last thing that I'm going to do here, I'm not going to do anything more here because I really, I think we have all these pieces. We don't need any of this right now. What I want is, that was an oak. Oak is easy. Let's do the oak tree. And let's get some bone. And let's get some bone meal. And let's see if we can actually do it. What she did was she planted a tree right here like this. And this roof might stop it from growing, but we'll see. There might not be enough room. There's not enough. Let's bring the whole thing down and let's plant the tree here. Let's plant the tree on top of this. So let's take this and put it here. Let's take this and put it here. And let's see if we can plant it here. Nope, it's not going to plant. I was hoping it might. Let's bring it up one. Let's put this back right there. Let's put the dirt here. And let's plant it here. Let's see if I can get it to come up. There we go. All right, and there it is. So that allowed us to put the tree right there. And then what McSassa and Matlon did was they added, I don't know, maybe we do need those leaves. They added azalea leaves, and that made the tree bloom and be really pretty. So this is the part that we'll come back to here to make sure that everyone's safe in this section. That seems a little bit of a drop there. But I don't think any of the guards are going to be severely injured. I just have to make sure that that guards won't be injured if they try and come down here, because they are going to come down here. So I just want to make sure that they're not trapped. And let's do this side and the guardians. And yes. All right, so that gives us a feeling here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do anything there but put that in. And we'll look and see what we want to do, whether we maybe want to make all of this grass. We'll see. To build the pasture, you used the azalea tree, and then you changed some of the details. Oh, you actually used the azalea tree, not an oak. Ah, and then you added some leaves. Okay, we just did that's an interesting thing. I'll try that when we come back. All right, so now I can open this because I don't have to worry about somebody killing themselves here. This is the restaurant. Look at this park right here, right where the restaurant is. And what I don't think that we're going to be able to open. I think there's actually water between the restaurant, but we'll look at that and see if we want to make the park connected to this lower area of the restaurant. So see where they're sitting? They could actually have all of this be glass right here. And I think I'll look at that. Now the fishery is here, and this is going to be really interesting. The fishery is not closed, but I think we're going to actually close the fishery, give it a door when it's a level 5, so that the smell of the fishery can stay inside. I live where there are fish, where fish are delivered, and it is not, it's only enclosed where it begins to be something strange. So we should be able to do something to have that be there. So Mixasa was asking about the university, and so we're going to go and look. It is university level 4. So I'm going to get rid of this, and we're just going to tour the university level 4 and see what it looks like right now. And so, because I think I'm going to be done when I do this. So here it is. Dun, 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 dun. Now this was a thing where Mixasa was saying that I could take these down, these right here. I could take these down and just have the outside ones in the long run. Now when I do the level 5, he's going to put those 3 pictures back, but right now I'm just doing it so that we can see it like this, and I really like this. That's so cool. One of the most useful tools for a crafter, without a doubt. And we got this beautiful desk we had seen before. This is now connected to the lecture hall right here, which is also a level 5. We'll open those doors. And then in this area here, marvels of the world. Here is the Museum of Natural History. And this is so gorgeous. Look at this. This is turning into such a beautiful thing. Oh, it's a balloon. Oh, that is so cool, Mixasa. It's supposed to be a balloon. And see, it even has the fireplace on the bottom, the fire for the balloon. I love that. Look how wonderful that is. How ingenious. That is so freaking cool. I love it. And look what they can see up here. The balloon is showing the water. This is all underwater. All the other buildings of the facility are visible from in this area here. And then this is the one for the desert. Oh, and there's a little boat. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I love it. Look at that. Look at this. So the little palm trees actually look like big palm trees with the boat being there. That is so cool. And these look like temple buildings.
I'm going to do
That
my
is
best
just
to work
so
for you.
neat. And then over here is the nether exhibit. And there's all the things for the nether, and it is looking really nice. I love the way that looks like falling. You will learn more about that in a few months. Okay, cool. So this whole area here is really gorgeous. This part right here, and we'll put this in. The balloon to explore the mountains. Is there going to be one in 20? Whoa. That would be intense, wouldn't it? Wow. And so this is supposed to represent the highest points. And so they're showing snow and glaciers, and of course the trees, the trees. Why is their name gone? Spruce trees, which grow very well in that environment, and that is cool. And then over here, these are the depths. This is below, this is below water, this is below all the areas that are below, which is why there is this mine shaft walkway right here to show that that's where the level that is. And there are minerals in the walls to show what can be found when you go underground. And that is really, really amazing. So this is the Museum of Natural History here. And this is this part. So this is the ground floor of the university. And this museum door goes into the library, which is now a level 3. We're going to have Max start working on the level 5. We're going to have this go all the way up to the level 5. So Max is here. Upgrade the building. And so let's go back to this stairwell here.
I can help you with that.
And let's go up here. And this is the middle floor of the university, and this is where some specialties are. And in here we see studies, and for instance, I believe, I'm not sure, isn't that wart? Isn't that nether wart right there? It sure is. So there's one of the things that is studied in this area. And they have, this is a classroom, or since this is a university where they do research, this is a research room. We have another research room over here, a biology research room here. And we have some things that are being displayed and things that are being researched and studied. There are mushrooms and flowers growing in this area. But this is another lab. Over here we have geology. And yes, ooh, nice piece. That with, I believe that's prismarine. Yes, prismarine shard implanted in that stone. Wow, that is really amazing. And there are books and things that they're studying. So you see they're studying quartz in here in the geology lab. And over here on the other side is the stair that goes up. But before we go, this is a storage closet here. And that's everything on this floor. And then this goes, oops, I'm sorry, Kiyoshi? Yes, I think that's Kiyoshi, not Adeline. We're going up to the telescope. And this is the telescope floor. And there it is. So we have down here a portion of the telescope arrived. And we can see where it's supposed to go. The telescope fittings and the section where it's going to leave the building, go out of the building, is right here. You can see. So the first part of the telescope is there with the lens. And there's a place where they can look through right now. And then when this is completed, the huge telescope piece. So Addison and Roland are just looking at what's going on up here and getting ready. They're very excited for the actual telescope to come in. I think it's nighttime. I think that's why, well, no. Where is it? They both decide to go down at the same time. So yes, so
I can help you with that.
There we go. So Addison is coming back. Is that Addison? Or is that Kiyoshi? Oh no, Kiyoshi is coming now. They went and got Kiyoshi. They went and got Kiyoshi. Okay, so this is the desk. There is a screen there. And this is looking pretty amazing. This is amazing. So, and yeah, all of them are going, yeah, wow, this is pretty cool. So there is Addison and Kiyoshi both coming up and doing some work. I'm going down, Kiyoshi.
I can help you with that.
Yes, I would appreciate that. But wow. Wow.
I can help you with
Matlom And Mixasa, you have done an amazing job with this university, and I just love it. And I can't wait till we finish. And so, yes, we can go. Let's use this. We're going to use Aiden's airlock right here. We're going to go down under here. We can see that there is the construction tape. And look, you can see the balloon from the outside. That's what it looks like. Next to this, and this right here is a portion of the university classrooms coming up right here. And this, of course, is the lecture hall, the school, right here. And so then the library is the only section left that's sitting right here, and it's still stone. But all of this is going to be, I love, what an ingenious idea for the balloon. I really think that is so cool. That definitely is. So now this is the actual farm right here, and the two fields, which is what we are building, that third field down here. That's what's over here, to cover that walkway that goes down into this ravine down here, where we are going to put another portal. We're going to put one way down here in the ground in this area. Look at this right here. Isn't that gorgeous? That's where we want to do it. So that is what we're looking at. That is where we're headed. I'm going to follow this way out, and there we can see our own buildings covering this end of the portal right here. And yes, so the fact that we put that walkway down into that area right there allows us to be able to put the nether portal in. It's probably going to go into this area that we just came up from, this area right here, underneath here, all the way down. But we still have to be careful that we're not to where there are these. This is a guard tower right here, and houses are in this area, so we have to get away from the housing and the city in order to do it. But we can if we go low enough. So that is what we're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, except I won't. Oh. I will definitely be here Friday. I'll be here Friday, and then we'll see. I might be late on Friday, but then we'll see a little bit later, meaning that I might start at 1. But yes, that will be really good. Thank you, everybody. Well, that turned into a crazy, didn't it? As you know, you unfortunately had a death in your small village. If possible, could we take a look at the Colonial Guard Tower, Barracks, and Grave at your choice? Yes, I will do that for you right quick. We'll go ahead and look at that. So let's come here. Let's come here. There we go. I just needed to get my fix. And we're going to come up to one of these right here. And what Mr. Villager wants to look at is the guard tower for the new colonial, and the barracks, and the graveyard. Those are the things that he needs. So let's look at them for a moment. Let's just look at them for a moment. Yes, that was very, very strange. So we're going to come here. I'm going to get the builder tool out, and we're going to tap this ground right here. And let's switch packs to colonial, to the new colonial. that has been created. Shire. Nope, I passed it. Frontier. Incan. Original. There it is, right here. Okay, and so you wanted to see the guard tower, the barracks, and the graveyard. So let's start with the military for a minute. And in a good way, yes, crazy in a good way, definitely. Okay, and let's do the level 5 first. And this is the guard tower. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, how interesting. So this is the colonial guard tower level 5. So they're short towers. And this is the level 5. So this tower goes, it doesn't go down into the ground, but it does go upstairs to this area here where they can shoot out, and that I believe is supposed to look like a weapon, and that looks really cool there, or a machine to help with weaponry. Let's rise up. It looks like it goes up, but I think they just build it up. You can build it up on top, and it's not going to take away that part of the build. It is definitely cozy. It is. So that is the official guard tower for the colonial. Let's go back to military and let's look at a barracks. So wait a second. Before I do that, let's go back to the guard tower. Let's look at the guard tower again. This is the level 1 of the guard tower. That's what the level 1 of the guard tower looks like. And level 2, 3, 4, and 5. It looks a little bit like the acacia. Minecraft is playing the ending music. That's interesting. Wait, why can't I hear that? Am I not hearing any? I thought I was hearing music sounds, but it's not showing that I am. That's interesting. They must be down really low. Because they used to be super loud. And you never imagined a colonial wall? Yeah. So let's look at the barracks for a second. Barracks. And this is the barracks. Let's look at the level 5 first. So this is interesting. So they started using a lot of brick, a lot of this light colored brick. And so they like this. I remember when they were working on this. And so these are the inserted towers right here for the guard tower settings. I'm hoping that they're, yes, see that right there? So you would have to put those guard tower inserts into these. But other than that, yeah, and I don't know whether, I think you just build those and it will add more stuff to it. I don't know how they're doing that, but look at that. It does look like a Disney castle. And it's very much them falling in love with the brick that Byzantine is made out of, because it's very Byzantine in respect to the brick that they're using. They're just using more pieces of it. So that is this. Let me come here for a minute and let's look at the level 4, the level 3, the level 2, which is pretty cool. Ooh, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? It looks like a castle. Definitely looks like a fortress. And then the level 1. So when it's this at this level, it is much smaller, mostly stone, and you have the 2 guard towers for the barracks, one here and one here, and that'll be really, really nice. Welcome back, Zaf. Hello. And so that's the guard tower and the barracks. let's come here. Let's look. Guard tower, barracks tower. So the barracks towers, level 5, is just them filling in all of the interiors. See these interior pieces? They go in to the building the way the building's already there. So that gives you all of these. So a level 1 would only have 1 bed, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gives you more storage and all of that. So that is that part. Let's look at the graveyard. So let's go to Mystic and let's do a graveyard. And this is a graveyard level 1. So this is the colonial graveyard right here, and that looks like it's going to be a church. That is going to be one of the churches. So a couple of them have churches, and which makes sense because in the colonial days they built a church and then they buried people in the churchyard. And so this is the level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's the church that's going to be there ultimately. And do they have catacombs? Ooh, it has a catacomb. Oh my gosh, it actually has catacombs. So there's a ladder coming from, oh, look where it's coming from, behind the pulpit. Oh, look at this, I love it. This is the inside of the church. Wow. And down, right down in here, this must be a trap door right here because see there's a ladder. So that's a trap door to come down into here. And this is where all the secrets are buried. Definitely a classic catacomb. Definitely that. And then the churchyards look like this. And that also keeps the churchyard small with having the rest of the burials be underground. And this is the back of that area. So that is the finished building. And yeah. Yeah. Mr. Villager is saying you came basically at the perfect time because I was leaving. I left. I was going to leave, and Mr. Villager wanted to see this part. Wanted to see these parts of the colonial style that he is using for his new town. And so yeah, it looks cool with the Caledonian airship being over there. And yeah, so that is what's going on there. And anything else before I go, Mr. Villager? Zaf, anything that you want to see? So that's the graveyard. You usually want to see the school, but you remember when we did see the school for this, right? That we saw the school and the university for the colonial was education, that the school, alternative 1 for the school, and that's this little schoolyard here. Remember this? And that's alternative 1. Level 5 begins to look like this. So this is what that school would look like. And that looks like they have a little, that almost looks like it's going to be a little playground or something there. That's interesting. Or a little grow field, like the kids are learning how to grow things. I like that. I like that for the school. That's actually quite neat. Then the other one is this one, and as you can see, it's a part of the university. because it's not a full building. And this one, let's look, level 5 is right here. So you didn't remember the small classroom. Yes, this one right here that goes into the university. So this is that room right there. I like the little library and the little, look at the little desk area there on that side. And then this area here where they have their blackboard and everything. That's really nice. I like that. And where would it be? It is a greenhouse. That is a greenhouse on the other one. This one here, level 5, has a greenhouse for the kids to learn about growing things. And that is really beautiful. That's beautiful. Here's some classrooms here. And then this hallway, and we have little areas off, but here's the main classroom right here for the younger kids in that little area there. You think it's just missing the wall for today? What is the tower without a wall? So let's go back to education for a second here. Education, because where that's supposed to be is in the university. There's no question about it. Level 5. So this is the level 5 university, and somewhere in here is a place for that school. Here it is. This is where the school belongs. So this is where that school part belongs. Right in this part. Oh, that other place is the cafeteria. I think you're right. So this is where the school connected to the university fits in right in this little spot right here. And this part of the door. Oh, isn't that a pretty door? I like it. That's beautiful. That's Donum Ornamentum doors. And look at this thing. Wow, it's intense. Look at this university. Wow, so this is the tower here. And this door goes out. And then you can see all the way down to the main floor right here. And that is pretty intense. Pretty intense. So you think the extra room with the wool is a cafeteria? Let's look here. Let's switch, not switch packs. Let's go back to here. Let's look at the school. Yeah. And wait, let's look at the school. And there it is. So this is level 5. So this one right here, you're saying that this one looks like a cafeteria, the extra room with the wool. No, let's see back here. Right back here. This looks like little study area here. This looks like a cafeteria. Is that it? Or some place where they serve food? Is there some place in the hall? No, there isn't. They had an idea, but that's as far as it got. Or this is a restroom. One or the other is meant to be like a restroom or something for under base. Yeah, this actually goes into the and it's interesting. This would have been nice to use in the underwater base, Zaf. This would have been very nice, actually, to use in the underwater base. Oh, this is the cafeteria. Ah, okay, that makes sense. I just didn't think so because there aren't enough seats. But maybe it's supposed to be. Yeah, because that looks like a kitchen. Yeah, I think it looks like a kitchen too. It's got a stove, it's got a cutting board, it's got a sink. So it's definitely a kitchen for feeding the kids. and stuff. This would have been nice if I hadn't used the Byzantine. I think this would have been nice also to use for my children's school on that lower level. This would have been a nice one too. But that part there, and let me look for just a second. And the alternative one, level 1, wait, that's it. That's it. Let's go to this one. This is the regular school right here, and it has the classroom. Let's go to the level 5 of this so that we can see that they study here and they have this classroom here, and then they can come out here, and I think this goes outside where their parents come and pick them up. And then this one right here, that's the classroom, and this one right here, this is the kitchen again in this one, and then this one right here, this is this room again. And then how do they get to this, how do they get to, oh, it's off this way. Ah, they come from the outside. So they would come out the front door and walk down here, and then they go into here and they learn about stuff. Good night, Saf. Okay, it is really late for you. Afgaristo. Thank you for being here, Zaf. Have a good night. I'm actually getting ready to go too. I'm getting ready to go, but I just wanted to show Mr. Villager those things. But I'm going to come down now. And yeah, so we looked at that, and that actually is really cool. And Zaf, it was nice to see you again. And I hope everything's okay. I hope most of the fires are out and your temperatures have gotten back into a better range, because I know you were having a lot of heat. And so I hope all of that is good. And that was only last week. It seems like it was long ago, but it wasn't. So here I am, and Zaf, good night. Kali Nikda, and Mr. Villager, good night. Boatarji, I think that's not good night, I think that's good evening, I think. And obrigado, thank you for being here. Mixasa, merci beaucoup. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to remember. I remember sometimes, but I don't remember right now. All I can remember is bonjour and bonne nuit. Have a good night, and a bientôt. And there's Poppy by herself. Poppy's one of the newer scientists who goes out with the submarine. So she just walked by there. Okay, I'm going to play music. Return. Thanks for... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. And here we go. I'm going to play music. I will see you on Friday. Bye for now. Bye for now. It's raining there.